Oh, let's see. It's about to start. Oh no, it says TSC Tuesday, baby.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, we got that going. YouTube is live. Uh,
Nah,
TikTok is live.
can hear everybody. Same thing with YouTube. Come on, give me that TikTok.
Viewers may not hear. What do you mean? How's TikTok sounding?
Wait, say it again.
How's TikTok sounding? We good?
Wait, say it again. Can't hear you on TikTok.
Oh my god.
Thank you for everybody that's joining the live so far. We're gonna get started here soon. Big TSC Tuesday, big energy.
Make sure you leave your socials in the comments.
How about now? Can you hear me on TikTok? You should
You
be
go
able to
back
hear
to
me.
TikTok. Yeah, I can.
Bet.
Oop, my light always falling. I need to get a better setup.
Okay, we got that. Think we're good.
If we ready to start, then I get started then.
I'm ready. You good, Bumble?
Let's go.
All right, recording sports in three, two.
Recording in progress.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Bomba. And today I got the sports segment, and I think I might as well just start off with the big news of the day. Right in the last part of the season, there's literally like 4 games left, maybe. The head coach of the Nuggets and their general manager, but more importantly, a head coach, Mike Malone, has been fired from the Denver Nuggets. First reactions to that, you feel me? Like, what was your reaction when you saw that? And then what do you think this means for the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs?
I was like, what the hell? Y'all a top five team. Y'all have been probably one of the most successful teams within the past 5 years. What's the problem? Like, why do I get you guys have like one of the best players in the league, one of the best big men of all time, but the coaching and all that has to have something to do with that as well, I would assume. So I was kind of confused, especially with it being so close to playoffs. I've
Yeah.
never seen nothing like this before.
Bomba.
I mean, I think the question that everybody got on their mind is what happened, and that's still what I'm waiting to see because obviously something happened, and it's just like it got to be something big to blow up like a successful team like theirs. I just don't see it. I'm just waiting to see. That's the only thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It was crazy, especially when I first saw it. And then my first question was like, something had to happen. What happened? And from what I've seen here and there from, the sports shows and social media and things of that nature, it kind of points to friction between one Mike Malone and a general manager. Apparently, they never spoke. Like they didn't like each other that much till it got to a point where they stopped speaking to each other. And then also, Mike Malone's relationship with the players was deteriorating, and if your relationship with the players is deteriorating and you have a top 5 team in the Western Conference with arguably the best player in the league right now, you definitely want to keep that team happy. So as far as that, what do you think this means for them in the playoffs? Like you said, you do have a great team, you got great players, but Mike Malone, I think one of the most winningest head coaches in the past 3 years. Had a championship recently. With them losing Mike Malone, what do you think that affects their performance in the playoffs? Essentially,
I think absolutely. I think that regardless of how great Jokic and Jamal Murray have been, we could recognize through coaching because it was this was one of the biggest obstacle as Laker fans that we had to face every playoff, and I feel like a big part of it has been Mike Malone's coaching. He has been able to bring him back into the game whenever things seem to be falling apart. Uh, and then currently, especially with the team that they have, I just don't see how they stand a chance. Like if they don't have the game management, and then you're lacking all these pieces, there really is no shot to these playoffs.
I feel that. Kenny?
I definitely think they're gonna suffer. The Nuggets are one of the few teams that aren't loaded with superstars but still have success. And when you have a team like that, you can only look to coaching, knowing good rotations, knowing good matchups, following the scouting reports. At least to me, at least in the league where there's teams like the Celtics full of stars, you got teams like the Warriors got a double-headed monster of Curry and Jimmy Butler. You got the Lakers with Bron and Luca, Mavs, Kyrie. Like a one-team superstar led team isn't normally this successful in today's league, and the Nuggets have had it. So I definitely think the coaching has something major to do with it.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with both of y'all. I think it is going to impact them in the postseason. I do think you still got to look at them as a scary team, though, that can knock off one of the seeds that are, people are depicting to win. Because people have been talking about the Nuggets, but when it comes to the Western Conference Finals, a lot of people have been pointing at maybe the Thunder, maybe the Lakers, the Clippers has snuck into that conversation as of recently. So woo, we just got to see. But using that to segue into the next question, since we're already talking about the Nuggets, and I just brought up the OKC Thunder, end of the season is about to be ahead of us. We got two men whose name, both in the Western Conference, whose name are being brought up as possible winners for the MVP. A lot of people got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander going number one. There are still a lot of people that believe that Nikola Jokic should be the MVP based on his numbers. But I think a lot of people are saying Shea based on his scoring and just where the OKC Thunder has gotten up to this season. Again, they're believed to be a deep playoff team, number one in the Western Conference. So, season's about to end. Who's your MVP? Shea or Jokic?
Oh my god! I'm gonna say this: if Shea does win, he deserves it. But it will finally be showing that Jokic got a little voter fraud, just a little bit, because a 60-point triple double is OD.
Okay.
A 60-point, granted they lost,
Hmm.
but a 60-point triple double is crazy.
So, what do you mean by voter fraud?
That's a voter fraud. I said voter fatigue.
Yeah,
You
you
said
said
fraud.
fraud. You
My
I
said
was
fault.
like,
fraud.
wait, what?
I meant voter fatigue.
That's what I thought you meant. That's what I
I'm
thought you
sorry, I didn't
meant.
mean voter fraud. My fault. A little voter fatigue.
Okay, okay.
Because I won't lie and say Shea doesn't also deserve it, but Shea not gonna get you a 60-point triple double. That's crazy. Granted, the Thunder have been are they first? They're first in the West right now, aren't they?
Yep.
And they've been first in the West pretty much all season. Like they haven't lost that spot at all. And the
And they're
best.
guaranteed to keep it.
What is that?
I said they're guaranteed to keep it.
Yeah, and they're guaranteed to keep it. And the undeniable leader of that team is SGA. Also, University of Kentucky alum. So I'm gonna go SGA.
Okay. Before Obama gives his answer, I just want to. These are the comparison and their stats for the year. So Nikola Jokic, he's averaging a even 30 points a game, 12.8 rebounds, and 10.2
Averaging a triple
assists.
double.
He's averaging a triple double. You got Shea, he's averaging 32.6 points per game, five rebounds, five even, and then 6.4 assists. Um, the OKC Thunder is the number one seed with a record of 64 and 14. The Nuggets sit at four, right below the Lakers at 47 and 32.
If you look at the individual numbers, it's definitely Jokic, but team success also has to play a part.
Yeah.
So, two things I want to point out. I feel like one, two, it's time we call Jokic's S's count because that shit is BS. We all see what they be calling he's a 6'4". Like a nigga can grab the ball, hit a couple of hezzies, tween, crossover, dribble, shoot, and then they were like, "Dang, that nigga has extra assists." I feel like it's time they need to call that out.
You saying they stat patting Jokic?
Oh, like when it comes to this, it's like crazy. That man, just go look at some of his assists. Like just where they come from. The Michael Porter Jr. can grab the ball, do whatever he wants for a good 10 seconds, and then they're like assists. Those are not assists. And then two, um, I think that quite clearly, if you're looking on paper, Jokic got the numbers. That's not arguable. However, I feel like Shea Gilgeous should be the winner of this season. And the reason for that is because for a couple of seasons, Jokic's MVP I have been quite controversial. The league has just chosen to just go with him because of the team success, regardless of what the stats were during those times, whether he was facing Embiid or he was facing Shea with last year, which clearly like the stats were showing in favor of one person. However, the league just went with Jokic, and I feel like you just put yourself in the corner. Like every other player that we've had, whether that be the GOAT, LeBron, whether that be, other players that have been crazy runs, when they deserved the MVP, like they were not given the MVP probably because they were decorated too much before. However, we all had the argument: is Jokic is a voter fatigue not applying to him? I mean, like you managed to finesse and give him an MVP next season. I feel like as a result, y'all robbed Shea, and if he's bringing himself back on this podium, regardless of a 60-point game or whatnot, y'all just because of y'all that this nigga is walking around without his MVP. Give him his MVP.
Okay. I respect your opinion. I do. I do believe that this is going to be one of the vote. I think this is going to be one of the years where voter fatigue does come into play. I understand that SGA's been balling. He's averaging over 30 points a game, and his team is number one, sitting at 64 and 14. One thing both of y'all mentioned was team success. How I look at it is which player is more valuable to their team. And whether you believe that he's stat pattern or not, it's pretty hard to stat pat 10.2 assists on a season. I would have to say without if I remove both of these players, yes, you have Jamal Murray, yes, you have Aaron Gordon, yes, you have Michael Porter Jr. I believe if you remove Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets, they are a team that's competing for a play-in on the lower end of that spectrum. I believe you remove Shea Gilgeous-Alexander from the OKC Thunder, they could still be a solid 4, maybe 5 seed. I believe Nikola Jokic is he's it's hard to the not this man's averaging a triple double. 60, the first person to ever put up a 60-point triple double. I believe that he drives his team success. And again, yes, they lost their coach, but Nikola Jokic can rally that team and take them to the Western Conference Finals. Like they're still that type of team. So I don't know, man. Well, I do know. I'm gonna go with Jokic. I'm gonna go with Jokic. I feel like he's more valuable to his team than Shea is to his team. Go ahead, Bamba.
So I just wanted to add like one more thing as to why I think that Shea should win it. I think it's defensive presence. Shea is a very underrated defender. If you're paying attention to, he's like, I'm talking about. I did not expect the presence that this man could have on the rim, and I'm talking about some of the best defenders. Like that's one of the things that I feel like I needed to bring up, and yeah, that's just that.
Nah,
I feel you.
that's that's definitely that's definitely something to look at and just comparing their steals. They both average the same amount of steals. Shea Gilgeous averages. I mean, I guess if you round up, it's the same for blocks as well. So, but for blocks, Shea Gilgeous averages one block a game, and Nikola Jokic averages 0.7. So,
If you run it out,
yeah, yeah.
this nigga is a guard, and then the other one is 7 foot. By the way,
Hey,
Facts.
Kenny, did you have anything else to add on this one?
Nah, I think we covered everything. I
All
think we
right,
covered it
so
all right there.
So one thing we know about both of these players is that their team's going to be in the playoffs regardless of who wins MVP. So when you think about the playoffs, we all know that the superstars are going to need to be the ones to step up for their team and lead their team. But who is one player that isn't I'll say a bona fide superstar? He's not somebody we would look at and be like, he's not a LeBron, a James Harden, a Kawhi, Giannis. He's not one of those guys. But who is a player that is a key piece to their team that this team will need them to step up in order, for them to get to the success that they're trying to get to? Who's that one player?
Oh, wait, what team are we talking about?
Any team,
Any
anybody.
team in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, you said
Any,
anybody?
yeah, anybody. I'm not talking about a specific team. I'm just saying which player is going to need to step up to be a key factor in their team success.
I got two. I think
Ryan
I
said
got
Drew
two solid
Holiday.
ones.
Okay, I like Drew Holiday. Would you say, Bomba? You said you got two.
Yeah, I got two. Drew Holiday is good too, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like he always steps up in this team. Somebody else needs to. However, the
Yeah.
two I got, one, I think Russell Westbrook. I think that the way that Russ has been able to fit into that team has just been amazing, especially considering the circumstances. Like I feel like this is just the opportunity, one for you to do whatever you want, and then two to just like prove again. Because I'm not gonna lie, ever since Russ has suited up for the Denver Nuggets, he has found his rhythm. He has found his spot. He's been able to be a consistent player for them. I mean, starting, rebounding, he's there. Defense, he's there. Obviously, he brings the energy and he's able to score this time and even knock down some threes. So I feel like he could be used a lot more in these playoffs and really prove. The biggest player I think that not only will step up, but I feel like this is the right opportunity for them to do so is Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves this time, like he's like one of the few players I feel like if when LeBron is sitting on the bench and he's on the same court as Luka, regardless of like how little everybody else is scoring, like he's gonna make sure to take responsibility that he's actually gonna do something. This kid is already having games that we were watching and it was like, oh no, this is a really bad game, but he's ending up with like 18 points, 19 points. And I'm just like, this is a kid, like
Look,
we're
it's been
already
more than
expecting
that.
like that.
He went on like a 5, 6 game stretch having 30 plus. Like,
And niggas was looking at him like, you can't score 18. I'm like, he's still a kid. The nigga barely starting to grow facial hair now. Like, you feel me? And he's already proven. So I feel like he will prove, and this is just the opportunity to do so. You feel me? These playoffs. Lakers in five.
what's the name? Before you said anything, Ryan Kenny did say that Ryan said is Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday wasn't something I was thinking about. Somebody I was thinking about just because, and this might be a hot topic. It might not be. I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. I feel like at this point in his career, Drew Holiday is a superstar. That's just me. He doesn't
Yeah,
have the
Now
he
put a
doesn't have
stop putting
the
respect on Drew Holiday name.
I would say he don't have the aura, but he plays up to superstar level.
you don't
Like
have no more.
that's the only way I can explain it. Your comment on Russell Westbrook, I do believe he's been a good fit, but I feel like the second half of the season it was very inconsistent. So I believe that is a good choice for you to say because from how these past few games have gone with him, especially that last game where he missed the layup to seal the deal for them. I believe if he does step up in these playoffs and help them get far in the playoffs, it'd be a big thing for them. It'd be a big thing for him as well. I agree with you on the Austin Reeves tip. That was the person I was gonna say. Just because he's evolving into one of them, like, and we're seeing it right before our eyes. And there's something I can't remember which analyst I was watching earlier this week, and I agree with him, but he was like, the Dallas Mavericks are so stupid for not getting Austin Reeves in that trade too. They could have easily got it. The thing is, I know the Lakers value Austin Reeves, but I feel like if they would have been like, we want AD and AR, the Lakers still would have said yes because it was Luca.
The Mavs would have to give us Kyrie Irving. Otherwise, I'm burning the Lakers.
Yeah,
He's on
nah,
the
bro.
There's no way
Austin,
you get an AR for Kyrie. That's not a 1-for-1 trade.
that's not
I
a
don't
one
know.
for
Y'all
one.
better add somebody else, but you're not telling me you're just getting AD and Austin Reeves for Luca. I would have been blowing like burning my torch. I'm in front of the
I
Lakers
would have
Center
been
now.
mad too, though.
I would have been like, and I can't remember which nigga it was, but a couple years ago, one of y'all niggas tried to tell me when we traded Alex Caruso, y'all was like, man, we should have just gave up that other white boy. Alex Caruso so much better than Austin Reeves, and I remember saying, okay,
Austin Reeves was already here.
yes, Austin Reeves was already on the team. I think
It
that
might
might
have
have
been
been like
me.
his first year, first second year or whatever.
That sounds like I've
But
already said it. Sound like Alex Caruso.
I mean, he was okay, but AR is different. But nah, Kenny, what's a player you think got to step up in the playoffs to ensure their team success?
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. That's a good
Evan
choice.
Mobley, because the Cavaliers really had a Cinderella story this year. Like, they, that boy Donovan Mitchell always been a dog, but number one in the East, the
Facts.
best record. No, they have the best record in the
Cleveland.
league, don't they?
Nah, they two games behind OKC. They did for a long time, but now so OKC, like I said earlier, 64-14, and then the Cavs are 62-16.
Oh, right there, but still,
I mean, they right there. You feel me?
another one superstar led team. So like Darius Garland's a dog, but he's not a superstar. He didn't turned up this season, but he's not. I don't think he's superstar status yet.
Not yet. He's gonna be
He's
one of
up there.
those
He's a
that
little mini Kyrie.
that's what I'm saying. Like him, people like him and AR are gonna be one of those that develop and you can see their potential.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
think they definitely gonna need Evan Mobley to stay consistent in the playoffs because he's a defensive menace and he been knocking down the three ball this year. So if he can keep doing that in the playoffs, the Cavs are looking real scary. Because I would
Look,
say Evan Mobley is one of the rare people who could challenge Giannis on the defensive end.
facts. Facts. Nah, I definitely I agree with everything that you said, and I'm gonna break my own rules because I said don't name a superstar. I'm gonna name a superstar because I feel like he didn't show up last year. Jason fucking Tatum, and 75% of this, yes, is haterist. You feel me? But Jason Tatum need to step up for his team
Didn't they
because
win
he
the ship last year?
he didn't lead that. He was the fourth best player on that championship team, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
Four.
I mean
Jalen
that
Brown and who's the other?
Chris Stapps and Drew.
Drew Holiday.
What's the name? I can't. It was a couple of games in the finals. One game in particular where Chris Stapps came out clipping these niggas. Like I don't know,
I
bro.
thought you were gonna say Al Horford and violate.
I don't think the Celtics get a championship this year if Jason Tatum don't if Jason Tatum's not consistent. If Jason Tatum is inconsistent, I believe they shit the bed. That's just me. I hope he's inconsistent. I hope they shit the bed.
I
Uh,
promise you, if he's as consistent as he was, they'll shit the bed this year.
I look, this is my daily fuck Jason Tatum. Um Last question. It's passed a little bit, but I feel like we gotta touch on it. So this last question of the day is gonna be about Ja Morant. Recently he's gotten in trouble for doing the finger celly, in games. Whether it be off a big play or I don't know, retaliatory a retaliation. Uh, I, I'm fucking up. Whether it be off a big play or him retaliating to somebody else, um, he has been fined $75,000 for it. So
God damn.
he has been fined $75,000 for the celly. A lot of people are saying he deserves it. A lot of people are saying like if you're gonna do that for Ja Morant, have that same energy for everybody else, because it has been seen all over the league from several different players. But it is on record that Ja Morant has been the only one fined for that celebration. So I guess my questions are, do you think he deserves that punishment, and should it been, more harsh? Should he? A lot of people think he should have been suspended, or should he have ever been fined?
I don't get. It's not even just the NBA. The NFL does it too. Like when they started doing the I got the strap on me telly, like they started like
Oh yeah, it's a rule in the NFL now. You make the finger guns, or lit. That's
I don't
flag.
understand.
Flag.
We think it's gonna turn into a real gun, like, like
I
what?
think
Mom,
it.
I haven't seen the anime. There was this one anime where it's like an alien or something. He got some type of power. he shoot.
The
He
One
literally
Piece
shooting
fan.
people. What's the name of that show?
I can't remember, but it's about aliens, and he's a One Piece fan. And he's like, "You like One Piece?"
Yeah, I don't get it. So I don't understand why the fines are so hefty. I don't get the animosity towards it.
A lot of people. I mean, it's being pointed because of his past troubles. The two times he was caught brandishing a gun, online, and then
That's
there was that.
fine. He don't
There was
have
that
like
one.
it's his fingers.
There was the one situation where his boys ran up on the Pacers bus, shining lasers through the windows. You feel me? He beat up a 15-year-old kid at his house.
So I guess they
Like,
were saying it's an actual threat if it's John Morant now.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's only nobody else has gotten fined for it but John
Yeah, I
Morant.
bet Mikey Williams will when he get in the league. If
Shit,
if he gets in the league.
Chill out, bro.
they gonna put that nigga.
But I think the answer isn't what Carter said. First of all, he did it in retaliation. Like if you're gonna go ahead and sanction him, start by sanctioning the person that initiated it. And then when you sanction them and then you sanction them, then people might not be as upset about it because everybody's done it. And it's not just everybody in this generation, because we might look at our generation like we're too young, we degenerate. LeBron has done it. LeBron has spun the revolver, added a bullet, put that shit in the
Facts.
holster, celebrated, you feel me?
Facts. That's one of
So
his main sellies.
yeah, and it's cold as shit too. So at the end of the day, like you feel me, or like niggas might shoot threes and then look at the gun. Like it's not a big deal. And I feel like even if you're gonna do something like the NFL does, a flag, a technical, like those things I feel like are more, innocent and more so like, hey, this is just to remind you to act right. Because niggas will not gamble like a game on a random technical foul or something like that. But when you're taking money out of my check, especially considering everything that John Moran has already been through and the effort that he's made to basically reestablish himself, because I feel like he ain't been in trouble in forever. And anything we've been talking about him was just his game. Like he's just been competing, and then his coach got fired. So I feel like there has just been like enough of a punishment on John Morant that if you're gonna make somebody an example, you should have started with the person that started it. Even if you're seeing John Morant and you're like, you should not do it, you should have fined Buddy Hield for starting it and then warn John Morant, something like that. Then to, put it out there that, yo, we want to move away from some of these things that's happening in the game rather than just going back at him, because at this point it just feels like he's an easy target and you just keep on hammering on him. Not fair.
Nah, I mean you took my whole statement. I was about to say everything that you just said. Me personally, I believe it shouldn't have been banned in the NBA or the NFL. I feel like, hey, you know what? I'd rather you pretend to shoot me in the game and rather than shoot me in real life. I don't know. Again, I guess I'm not thinking that. I know those are at the end of the day, those are businesses and they want to be represented a certain way. So I understand it on that standpoint, but I agree with Bomba. If you're going to ban it, don't. It's $75,000 for doing this.
It's crazy.
Yeah, nah, I understand I'm making millions, but that's 75K. You feel me?
That's
Like,
somebody's yearly salary.
that's what I'm saying. Facts. That's more than a lot of people. That's more than the average yearly salary.
Yeah.
If you, again, just call it foul. Like
What up, Mira?
the NFL, they throw a flag, just call it foul, call it tech, whatever you want to do, but don't fine them, bro. Bring back gun sellies 2025.
Bring him
Um,
back, bro.
but as far as sports, that's all I have for today.
Wait. I don't mean to cut you off.
What's up?
I know everybody's seen that clip of that kid in college, the one that was doing this, like the arrows.
Oh yeah,
Are we
I do
banning that
remember
too? Because I mean, technically, that's a weapon.
that. That's a look. If you ban the finger celly, you gotta ban everything, bro.
I'm
Just go
saying.
ahead, ban
Like
everything.
this.
Like the Lakers,
RPG.
The Lakers got a whole they got a whole, I guess it's not a celebration, but whenever they miss a jumper, they smoke. They smoke like damn, I smoked that.
And the
Like
reporter that says, "Boom, found him too."
yeah, it just ban
Wait,
everything.
bang! What? We can't do bang
Like
no more.
what does bang mean? Huh? Huh? But all right, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us for this sports segment. If you are with us live, we got two more segments left, so stick with us. Chat with us in the comments. But if you are watching this later on, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share. Let us know down in the comments who you think is going to win MVP. And let us know down in the comments who you think is going to be the most successful in the NBA playoffs this upcoming postseason. And on that note, the only thing left to do, I need you to get your grandma's opinion and then have her send it in so I can review it and I'll respond to her.
You ain't got to tell her nothing about me though. She'll see me.
Okay, yeah, we're done.
That was your fault. You waited for
Yeah, I know. I
waited
know.
for this man to say something.
Recording stopped.
Oh, that's my beat.
Definitely, I thought y'all froze. I was like, "What's going on?"
I did freeze.
I'll be back.
It's the tequila. It's the tequila.
Tequila.
The healthiest alcohol out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Tequila, tequila.
Bro, Kenny, do you use ChatGPT often?
Not at all. It's actually banned in my job.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I mean, y'all too smart to use ChatGPT. So,
I
but
wish I was
me,
too smart for that.
I use this whole every day. What's the name? My ChatGPT even got a name. My ChatGPT thinks he's Vegeta.
Did you pay for
No, I
that?
told, I told, I told ChatGPT we named him Gerald Payton Thomas. It's like that chat gave me a whole government.
I'm
Gerald
dead.
Payton Thomas.
Look, I build schedules with ChatGPT. I build meal plans, workouts, study plans.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Why is this so far back? Oh my god.
What's going on with the?
Also, again, I don't know which one of y'all recommended Elusive Samurai, but that whole lit.
It could have been me or Bomb, but me and Baba talk about it all the time.
That hoe was lit. I watched it in a day.
Then you would like Kingdom because Kingdom is a less friendly version of Elusive Samurai, pretty much.
Yeah, I was looking for something else to watch because I don't think I can get in a Shangri-La Frontier.
Kingdom is fire. Hold on.
I don't know what it is, but the bird mask is throwing me off.
I'll say this. Me and Bomb will tell you both. Get past the first 5 episodes because the first 5 episodes of Kingdom are CGI, but after that,
Yeah, well, the first time because Kenny, you told me it was one of your boys that said to watch it. The
Yeah.
first time, I'm like, this is terrible.
What, Kingdom?
yeah, like the first 5
Yeah,
episodes
like-
are CGI, but once you get past it, oh my god, it's amazing.
Because I just kept seeing like good reviews of it, so I was like, I'm gonna push through. But yeah, that shit is goated.
If anybody is in the comments and you like anime, go watch Bungo Stray Dogs, bro.
Wait,
I'm advocating for it. I'm
Carlo,
advocating
have you
for
watched Jobless Reincarnation?
it. No, sir.
Jesus Christ, watch that.
Don't plan on it.
What? Bomba, tell them this man is tripping.
He just don't want to watch it because they told him that Rimuru was whooping Goku.
No,
Wait, Jobless Reincarnation isn't. That's not the time I was reincarnated as a slime.
that's not a slime.
Oh, you said jobless Mushoku Tensei?
Yeah, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, go watch Mushoku
Why
Tensei
Squad. I
Squad.
watch Mushoku Tensei.
Don't tell me what to do.
At first, I thought you was talking about reincarnated as a slime.
He needs to watch that too.
That
He
whole
does.
that whole is slow, bro. I can't.
It's not. It's not slow.
It's like I have it's and the same thing happened with the other one that I was watching that I said was just like slime, Tsukimichi. Like after a while, bro, I don't know what it is with those specific type of reincarnation animes,
Yeah, the isekais.
but it like it has a hard time keeping my attention.
I will tell you this. Slime is way better than Tsukimichi. Like,
And I
way
think,
better.
and I think the thing that you say with Tsukimichi, like it starts stagnating. Slime does the opposite. Slime is a little slow for like the first season because he's a slime ball, But as soon as that nigga gets his body, like it's over. Like the action just picks up from there, and it just keeps on building up.
Oh, ah,
But
we'll see.
Tsukimichi is just like where it's at now. I mean, at least where I stopped it, it was just two of the same shit. Like just this nigga just doing regular shit now, trying to build. He has an RPG literally, trying to build farms and shit.
See, I'm in that mode where I can't like I don't want to watch the same things as everybody. I want to venture. That's why I stumbled upon Bungo Stray Dogs. I want to venture off and watch some animes niggas ain't
Well,
talking
you still
about.
doing the same shit because everybody's seen Bungo straight up.
Kenny ain't seen it.
I seen a bunch
That's
of shit
us.
you
You
ain't
said
seen.
what people
Now
do.
what?
Cap.
I'm watching Four Nights of the Apocalypse now. I'm on season 2.
Yeah, good. Good.
Yes,
Carlo, you kind of
yes.
gotta watch the shit so we can talk about it on the show.
Why can't we talk about Bungo Stray Dogs?
I gotta watch. I've only seen like the first couple episodes. I gotta tap
Why
into
can't
it.
we watch it? But watch the. Why can't we talk about the shit that I watched that you ain't seen?
Carlo, you literally told me to watch Four Nights of the Apocalypse. What am I watching?
Bomba. Okay, why can't we talk about it then?
I'm on
Let's
season
talk about it.
2.
You said
I'm
what?
on season 2.
What that mean?
I can't talk about it because y'all gonna spoil some shit.
Well, whatever, man. We ain't never gonna be
Both of
on the
y'all.
same accord. Bomba, this don't apply to you. You done seen everything.
I'm not actually.
I'm finna start a hentai. All right, y'all ready?
Hey, Itadaki Seiki, fire. Watch it.
Huh?
Y'all ever seen?
Y'all tripping.
It's not a hentai, but bro, that has the most fan service I've ever seen.
Wait, no,
I,
Itadaki Seiki is definitely a hentai. Though you have
I'm
not
not
seen
I'm
it.
not talking about that. I was about to say, have y'all seen? It's an anime called Rosario and Vampire.
Nah, I ain't
Oh
never seen
yeah,
that.
but Rosario Vampire is not a hentai, bro.
That's what I say. It's not that, but it has hella fan
It's
service,
fake edgy, bro.
bro.
It
The
got
thing
High
more than
is,
School
Fairy
DxD is
Tail?
hornier.
bro, Fairy Tail don't even have that much fan service.
Kenny, go watch High School DxD.
No.
You would never mention Fairy Tail again.
That's not why I watch anime. I don't watch it for that.
No, High School it got action, but whoever directed that shit is ballsy because he released it mainstream and it just has a lot of crazy shit in it.
Bro, don't ever watch Rosario and Vampires. There's a whole bunch of naked vampires. I was like 14. I was weird. It was weird. I didn't know how to feel.
Well, we're gonna move on from that segment. Let's
Okay.
talk about something that's more PG.
Okay. Recording anime in three, two, one.
Recording in progress.
Showtime.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Same Convo, the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. It's your boys Kenny, Carlo, and Bamba, and this is the anime segment. Today we got a really fun segment ahead of us, and I just want to start by doing something different. You feel me? By the time this is uploaded, one of us will be celebrating their birthday. You feel me? And I feel like around that time we will not be recording. So I just wanted to bring everybody. You know, everybody got your attention. Whether you tuning in live, whether you tuning in the radio on YouTube, whatever. Join us real quick and wish Carlo a
Yes,
early
sir.
birthday. Yes, sir. That man's getting old.
He's
That was
38.
LeBron.
He's 38.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
38,
wanna
oldest member of the show. You feel me?
I wanna say thank you. These guys are lying. I'm actually will be turning 24, but I want to say I appreciate everybody.
He really tried. He tried.
28.
Editor, add a picture of his ID with the socials and everything,
Don't.
Oh yeah,
so
put his
people
social
can
up,
double
please.
check that
Put his
information.
social up there.
That's fine. That's why I got Kenny social.
But all right, fuck Carlo now. Let us get into this segment. What I wanted us to do today, which I've already started on our Instagram page, you know, on the stories, is determine the best representation of these specific categories I have already laid out. And I'm gonna go ahead and give a quick shout out to one of our moderators, Malik, for helping me polish, you know, what I had prepared. And how this is gonna work, I will suggest characters that we're gonna argue who within their show is a better representation of a specific aspect. You feel me? First one we got, and I feel like this is a good example, is within their show, who is a better representation of the strongest? And for that, I got Sun Jin Woo, Isaac Netero, and Satoru Gojo. Remember, this is within their verse. So forget about like scaling them all over. No, just within their verse, who has done a better concept of being the strongest?
I feel like it's between Gojo and Sun Jin Woo, but I'm
Why is
gonna
that?
say Sun Jin Woo.
Why is that?
The reason I'm saying Sun Jin Woo is two reasons. What in Gojo's sense, we've seen him. Well, he wasn't at his prime yet when he lost to what's dude's dad name?
Toji?
We seen him lose to Toji, and we've seen him get outsmarted and sealed by Geto. But when it comes to Sun Jin Woo, amongst the other people who are supposed to be the strongest people in his verse, he makes them look trash. And then not only does he make them look trash, he then goes and beats the people that were beating on them and turns them into his minion. OD. So I'm just go with him.
Okay. Hey, man, that's solid. Carly, you thinking hard. What's going through your head?
It's like Kenny didn't say any lies
Mhm.
for the first time. Kenny hasn't said no lies. But it's just hard to think because yes, yes, a young Gojo lost to Toji, but Toji was considered to be OD with no curse energy. Um Sun Jin Woo, before he got to this point, he did have his fumbles as well. Like he didn't die, come back, and was just OD from the start. Like he had to train to do that. And there's even some dungeons that he had to restart until he got to a point where he could go and, basically run through them. As versus Gojo, where just from when he was introduced, excluding the flashback with Toji, from when he was introduced, there was literally, no matter who it was, student, professor, no matter who it was known that nobody could fuck with him, like at all. Like, yes, he was outsmarted, but even again, I haven't read the manga or anything like that. Yes, he was outsmarted, but even then, it's like you feel like Gojo wouldn't have let himself get sealed up without. There has to be a reason that happened. It's like he's so strong, you're questioning that. Nah, this is a setup on them. Like I don't know. I feel I wish I could go more in depth, but I can't. But I'm gonna just go with my pick is gonna be Gojo.
I was tempted to say Gojo simply based off of the Shibuya incident. Like when Gojo
Mm,
fought Jogo, he like made him look terrible. But we saw what Jogo did to everybody else.
mm.
But I'm still going with Sun Jin Woo.
Well, I mean, I like that it's a tie, so that means I'll be the tiebreaker. And I'm leaning more towards Carla's argument. And I feel like for many reasons. First of all, let me say with Sun Jin Woo, this is why I'm not going with him. I don't think that so far, at least from either the anime or even what I've seen in the manga, because I'm not going to give no spoilers, I have just not seen him as the strongest. However, I've seen him rapidly grow to where that's like, it doesn't make sense. But like whether it's in the anime with like we know the existence of like the national hunters, and we starting to get like a little bit of this lore of as far as like the hunters in the US and stuff like that. Like you can tell that there is still like ceilings for him to climb. You feel me? Like he just ran through the S rank right now. However, he's still not there. But with Gojo, I feel like you gotta go back to one moment, which is when Suguru Geto is turned into him. And you know the depression that Suguru has went through, what he knows about the society and everything. He just looks at him like ask him a question. And the question just seems kind of mundane when you're just watching the anime. But he asked him, he's like, are you the strongest because you are Satoru Gojo? Or are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest? And I'm just like watching, I'm just like, these niggas having a love of quarrel or whatever. But that's where the answer lies. Because one, he has one of the most OP eyes in the whole series, and we just look at that as an attribute. But I feel like the reason why the author planted that question there, and I don't want to give you a spoiler, but like he answers it, and that just kind of I feel like, in my opinion, me and Malik we had a debate, how it goes with Sukuna and Gojo or whatever. But I feel like that those circumstances in the manga later on solidified that he's the strongest. But already when you're looking at it now, like we've said, with what Kenny said about Jogo, two times. First, when we first met Jogo for season one, like we thought that nigga's he's okay. But then later on they're like, nah, this is the strongest curse. And you're just like, what? But he got bitch, his hair was torn, all that. No. And then the whole plot, as far as like any moves that the villains are making, that's who you think about first. Satoru Gojo. Satoru Gojo is the reason that even these curses today here are growing so strong. It's because of him. As soon as he was born, the world was like, we gotta even it out. This nigga's too strong over here. Let's start making curses that are stronger.
That's what I'm saying. Like
And
even when he was a kid, niggas took a look. Niggas were not fucking with him. Like
mhm.
not at all. Like Toji is the only one, and that's because that nigga was finna get paid. Like
and no, I actually have an answer for you because that was gonna be my last point. The reason why I feel like I'm not even holding Toji, like him losing to Toji, as that big of a deal, outside of the fact that he didn't awaken the infinity, he didn't really understand it, like reverse curse technique and everything. He didn't have that epiphany. As a kid, being so strong, nobody in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen has ever been able to see Toji. Like if that nigga is talking to you, you don't see him. What's last what Toji do? Turn around, look at him. And he's like, what the fuck? How the fuck this kid? From that point on until the point they fought, he been thinking about it, calculating. And then even when it was something action, I'm not jumping in. Like the people that paid the money is like, yo, you supposed to be OP, go fight that nigga. He's like, nah. I'm paying other niggas to tire this nigga out. And then when it's perfect, that's when I'll pop in. So that's
facts.
why I gotta go Gojo. I got to go
So
Gojo,
wait.
man. I think
So
he's a better representation.
yeah, I think
Say one more
Jogo
time.
is stronger than what's the one? He got to be stronger than him.
Then Toji.
No, I told you, Jogo is stronger than the one Itadori was fighting.
Oh, Mahito.
Yeah, Jogo got to be stronger
Yeah,
than Mahito.
yeah, he was. Mm. See, the thing is, like, I still wouldn't know how Jogo would have defeated Mahito though, because his whole soul situation, I don't know.
But at the same time, Itadori can't fight Jugo.
But Itadori's power dealt with souls, so that's why like his punches mattered. You feel me?
So they said one Black Flash is beating Jogo.
That Itadori did?
Yeah, you think that Black Flash is
Hell
beating
no.
Jogo? That's what I'm
No, this is
saying.
don't. The reason I'm saying this is the thing. In Jujutsu Kaisen, matching happened. I think that Itadori by himself versus Jogo kills him easily. But it just so happened that like Itadori's punches, because he has Sukuna in it, it deals with the soul. And then Maito, the only way you can hurt him is by hurting his soul type shit. Like he can reshape his soul. So that's why when Mechamaru did that big ass attack, it did nothing. Like he just reshaped his soul and then was just like looking similar. But the next one we got. Within their show, who's a better representation of uselessness? I was very tempted to put Sakura. I fought my temptation, and I have three people for you guys. So I got Tenten from Naruto. We got Armin from AOT, and
Huh?
then we got Happy. Happy from Fairy Tail.
Flag,
I
how the
just
fuck is Armin even in this discussion?
I just wanted to say that Armin does not deserve to be mentioned with
What the
these two,
fuck?
but also Happy doesn't deserve to be
Oh,
mentioned in here either.
bullshit. Bullshit.
The only person that fits this description in this category of uselessness is 1010, and it's not her fault. It's for a lack of writing. It's for lack of character development and a
Kitty
lack
said
of
no.
writing. I don't know why Kenny's saying pause or timeout, because he's not going to be able to name any crucial time that 1010 stepped up and the actual Naruto and the first Naruto series, not in what's the name. He's not going to be able to name anytime she stepped up in Shippuden, not in either one of the series movies, not in Boruto. And again, it's not her fault. She's just underwritten, but she does nothing. She's a one-trick pony in a world where you have Sharingans, in a world where you have gods, in a world where you have tailed beasts. You telling me that this person right here, who is the best weapons ninja in the Leaf, I guess. You telling me she's not useless, but she don't do anything? Has she helped in a fight? I've seen her on the ground more times than I've seen her standing up in fillers.
Damn.
Unlike the other two, again, Armin shouldn't be on this list, but if Kenny's calling Happy useless, then that means he's just a hater. Because there's been more and several times where Happy's been a key uh Happy's been a key character in Fairy Tale, whether that be anything, everything travel, because nigga Natsu wouldn't be able to have any of his air range attacks without Happy. And there's been several key moments in Fairy Tale where Happy has come in the clutch for the team. Example, when he found Natsu during the Tartarus arc. He helped in the Edalus arc. Of course, he's an Exy. He's going to have to help. Like Happy's that nigga, and he's loyal. Take it away.
Take it away.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the thing about Tenten is, you sure she might not have many feats, but at least she can hand you a spare kunai or shuriken when you need one. She always got those on deck.
This nigga, so she says she's
always
a
got a
backpack.
spare kunai or shuriken if you ever need one. She got it. You ain't never, we all play Ninja Storm here. We know what happens when you run out your throwables. What happens when you run out your throwables, Carlil? You ain't got no more throwables.
At least you got hands.
You have to worry about that if Tenten's around. It's unlimited.
I have a question for you then, Kenny.
What's up?
What happens if you have a limited throwable but you can't throw them on purpose? Like, what's going on?
I'm saying at least you got him. Happy is a liability. There was one. I'm literally watching the show. You got Carla. Carla throws hands. Tiger Lily throws hands. Why the fuck don't Happy throw no hands?
That man can short dodge attacks though.
Fuck out of here, bro.
He threw hands when he was giant Happy.
That's what I'm saying. The crazy thing is,
Bro.
I can't
it's
even.
my turn. What Skip say?
I
It's my
can't. Hold on.
It's my
I can't.
turn.
I can't even
No,
remember.
It's my turn.
I can't even remember a time where they actually had to like in the middle of the fight go and take care of Happy. I've seen when they had to do that with Lucy. Obviously, even seen that happen to Gray. I can't. There might have been a time with Happy, but I can't remember. That's how you know he not useless.
Nah, he usually is the one that will come through and save Natsu. Like,
So I'm saying that nigga come and save niggas.
Come and save Natsu.
Oh yeah, like in the middle of the fight, usually when Natsu is down, like he would come and
Niggas die when Tenten's around. Niggas die and niggas get injured.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what proves that Tenten is useless? When they showed the strongest fan in freaking Naruto, and she could have used it because her chakra was just that fucking low. And it's like if you don't play Storm, you don't even know how broken that fan is. Because when she awakens, like she can do whatchamacallit, what's that fireball jutsu, thunder, wind, like she just throwing them shits like left and right.
Isn't Tenten the one that Tamari completely embarrassed in the Chunin exams? Wasn't she laid out like this on the fan? Yeah, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Tamari was
Yeah.
a dog. We ain't gonna act like Tamari and make it to the semifinals now.
I understand Tamari was a dog, but you got embarrassed, cuz. You supposed to be the unlimited weapon master. And you got took down by
Just think about this, Kenny.
That's
By
what
a
I'm
fan.
saying. It was a bad match. It was like rock, paper, scissors. Tenten and Tamari was just like
paper
repelling.
one every time?
She was
Paper one
repelling
every
all
time?
the
Wait,
shit.
no. This man said it was a bad matchup. She has throwable objects. This lady has wind. What was you gonna do with the nigga that has a rock affinity, a water affinity, or a fire
Come
affinity if you can't deal
on.
with the
She
women
was
user?
just repelling her throwables with the wind.
10-10
Every
literally
other nigga
10-10
has things to repel the shit with. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Tamara would have
10-10 lit
waxed every other Konoichi in the Hidden Leaf Village. Tamara was
10-10
not gonna lose
literally
it. Tamara would have
10-10
beat every
literally
other
has a
Konoichi.
scroll. 10-10 literally has a scroll that will keep shooting weapons until her chakra runs out. She couldn't do
That's
nothing.
fine. Tamara would have beat every other Konoichi there.
Every other what?
Konoichi,
What is that?
female ninja.
Every other Kanoichi in there. Let me think.
Tamara would have beat every last one of them.
I can't argue that.
I know you can't.
But however, this is my thing. Think about this, Kenny. I whooped your ass so easily that I even have time to stand, pose, close my fan, angle it for you to land on the goddamn fan.
She would have did that to
Like I'm aura
everybody.
farming with your body.
She would have done that to every single other Konoichi there.
No. I don't think she would have done that with every single one of them because them niggas can throw hands. Let's not act like Hinata wasn't throwing hands with Neji like that.
Bro, that's a close battle. Tamara's not letting you get that close.
And you even might lose to because you don't know like what if does that. Doo?
The one who ties with Sakura?
But look,
Yes.
anything Kenny's arguing right now, because I don't know why we on this tangent. Anything he's arguing
Happy is the more useless.
anything he's arguing right now isn't going
at
to
least
make
10 is
10
dangerous.
less
at least
useless.
10 has weapons. What is Happy gonna do? There was one moment.
Save you when you about to die and
there
fly
was
away.
one moment in the show I
10 can't fly.
thought Happy was gonna let his nuts hang, and he ran away.
And
10.
doesn't Happy have transformation magic? Didn't he transform into Lucy?
Huh?
Facts.
When did this happen?
Yes.
He has transformation magic. He can.
I'm pretty sure that was definitely in the first series.
Since when?
He can do it. Him and Natsu, they was learning it from Lucy, and then they did it, and they transformed into her.
What I'm saying is,
And she beat the fuck out of him.
Happy don't do shit.
See, that's just a lie in itself. That's a haterish statement. Like that's a lie. He knows it.
My vote's for
10.
Happy. My vote is for Happy.
Look, yeah, you voted for Happy. We both voted for Tenten. Get Tenten out of here.
Get her out of here.
Get that man out of here. No woman. Next one I got is the best representation of wisdom. Wisdom. For these two, I got. It's gonna be interesting. I got Iruka Sensei from Naruto, and I got Askeladd from Vinland Saga.
Say that one more time.
Iruka Sensei from Naruto, and Askeladd from Vinland Saga.
Oh, come on, man.
Who you got?
Iruka Sensei.
You think so?
Wait. I thought you said. Yeah. Not Iruka Sensei. I mean,
Iruka and Askeladd.
Iruka or Asuka? Hold on. Am I tripping?
Just a reminder, Askeladd was the guy that killed Thorfinn's dad. Thors.
I know who it is. Hold on.
Okay.
I feel like I'm tripping though. Did you say Uncle Iroh or Iruka?
No. Iruka Sensei.
Okay. If you said Uncle Iroh, I was gonna say Uncle Iroh. So ask.
Oh yeah, no, I would have brought him in, but anime.
I'm gonna go Askeladd.
Mm.
You literally turned a boy who wanted to kill you. You were so wise that you kept a boy around you that wanted to kill you so bad, and you made him like your protege, and now he don't even want to fight no more.
Probably what you thinking about.
I think they're both wise, but just in different ways. You feel me? As there's pain in both shows. I'm sure Iruka has had to dealt with serious pain, but I can't remember a time when it was documented. So first was in Vinland Saga, where you can see that Askeladd, any of his wisdom, and a lot of it comes from, if you just think about his connection with Thorfinn, a lot of it comes from, challenging him. like in different ways, like in ways that Thorfinn might see that, oh, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to starve me to death, he's trying to do this, he's trying to do that, he doesn't care about my well-being. At a point, yes, but at the same time, it's kind of like Askeladd is putting him through things that he knows he'll come out of because one, he knows who his father is, and every time this kid looks at me, he wants to kill me, and he can see the determination in his eyes, and he can feel the horror around him. Versus Iruka though, where again, like I said, I believe some of his teachings come in pain, but he lives in a world where ninjas fight, where ninjas have to survive. And he also helped Naruto think of the theme to where, like, especially when Naruto was young and he was going through issues like kind of fitting in, making friends, and things of that nature. He's kind of person one of the first people to believe in Naruto and kind of make him form him into what he is, but also one of the first people to teach Naruto like not to give up on others. You feel me? And so I for this one I really can't pick, but it's really like you got to think it's one. I feel like Iruka Sensei's teachings are more toward shaping the next generation versus Askeladd's teaching. Like, yes, he's trying to help shape this young man, but overall, like, it's about the mentality of his wisdom is kill or be killed. So
Mm.
I feel like I'll give the slight edge to Iruka Sensei.
So we got what? We got one Askeladd, one Iruka, right? Okay. Well, this is Kenny. You good? It sounds like it's about to pop in there thinking too. This is my thing. This is my thing. Iruka Sensei, I think I can acknowledge, um, like just within the softness that he has within the Naruto verse. I feel like that's something that's rare. That's something that's precious, and that's something that he had to like develop within seconds because he went from thinking about killing Naruto to literally just putting himself in his shoes, basically, and just choosing to understand him. And afterwards, like he's Peach outside of behind Naruto's back, influenced Naruto clearly in major ways. However, the reason why I lean towards Askeladd, I feel like Askeladd was a hypocrite. You feel me? He lived a certain way, however, his ideals necessarily did not match. When I'm looking at his struggle with Thorfinn, I don't just see the choices that he's made. Because I feel like when you first paying attention, even with his fight with Taurus, as soon as he recognized who Taurus is, he said, lead us. Everybody, like, there was a serious air in the, like, there was a serious vibe in there. Everybody was like, what? Why the hell would he say that? And then clearly recognizing that Taurus is not going to agree to do that, he turns into a joke. You feel me? But like people literally picked up on it. Like, what is he dead ass? Why would he say that now that we're about to kill him? However, there are things in the way that he was brought up, and I feel like the way that he was brought up is very similar to how Thorfinn was. And a part of that is especially in the way that he chose to actually keep him. And in the moment where he killed the king, to where Thorfinn was just like, nah, you can't rob me of this. And he's like, what are you going to do now? Are you going to live? If you remember, Askeladd had to go through that with his dad. He killed his dad, and that didn't bring him any satisfaction. As a result of that, he ended up having a life that forced him to forget about the dreams and the promises that he made himself as a young kid. Being even a part of a certain lineage that gives him the right to claim, like like kingdom, like I don't know, like being a king to like he has a right to that title. You feel me? So when he kills that king, then proclaims himself, okay, I made this act, and this act, that's just me claiming back the dreams that I had let go of because of my grudge, because of this one mistake that I felt like should have been my life goal. However, that mistake robbed me of the essence of living, and I can't let this boy walk that path. You feel me? Like at some point within his fight with Thorfinn, he can literally see that Thorfinn is strong. However, how
Facts.
do I keep this boy grounded? How do I break him down and help him rebuild himself? So like he was speaking at Thorfinn's weaknesses. I like, oh, you remember how your dad died? So that Thorfinn can get mad, lose the fights. now you're still in my ranks. And then when it came down, like to me, needing to make a choice in a split second, I had to find a way to influence you for you to regain your life rather than just going through the path of like not having a goal. And even in the Valhalla to them, which is like just another realm, he's still able to help you walk down that path. So that's why I'm going with Askeladd.
Facts.
Feel like there's just like a deep understanding, but like the way that he was living was just not agreeing with that.
Nah, I definitely understand.
Give me that boy Askeladd. It would have been interesting if it was Uncle Iroh, though. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to do it, but then I'm like,
Uncle
I'm trying
Iroh
my best to
clears.
stick. Huh?
So Uncle Iroh clears.
I'm about to say,
So Uncle Iroh too.
how can you beat the wisdom of a man who's lived in the regular world and the spirit world? Like at this point, bro, like they went to that nigga more than the past avatars.
Uncle
Okay,
Iroh
now
should have
we
been the
have
Avatar.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Kenny. I hope somebody writes that story one day.
Rice what?
Uncle Iroh as
Listen,
the Avatar.
Come on, bro.
they didn't sit these niggas, bro. What are we
What
doing?
happened?
The Lakers and Thunder game is on.
Yeah, but what's the score?
I'm waiting for it. I just turned it on. They showing the highlights.
Okay, all right. Let me just get started with the next one. Whenever you know the score, please update me on that because I actually want to know.
I got you.
So the next category got within their show, which this one is a two-parter. So we got two matchups for this one. Within their show, who's a better representation of a genius? You feel me? Genius, big brain. For the first matchup, we got Orochimaru or Mayuri.
Mayuri.
Orochimaru or Mayuri.
Mayuri.
Carlos says easy for him. Wow.
Mayuri, bro. I mean, I will explain if Kenny has another has it picks Orochimaru, but Mayuri. I feel like I don't if this is a like a mini tournament, I promise you my answer's not changing.
He said something like that.
I love
Yeah.
that nigga, bro. I love Mayuri.
It probably is Mayuri. Like, he runs the whole Soul Society science department. It's probably Mayuri.
I mean, I think the clear answer is that the thing that Orochimaru have been pursuing forever, Mayuri was just like, here, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna force this nigga to kill me 700 times. I'm still standing.
Yeah, Mayuri, yeah. That man's brain
Okay.
is different.
Mayuri no diff. Hopefully, the next one is more of a matchup. You got Shikamaru or Light Yagami.
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru. I'm
Shikamaru.
going.
It's not,
What's the
I don't
argument?
think it's close.
What's the argument?
Shikamaru would have been found out who Kira was.
Wait, Light Yagami is killer. He's killer.
That's what I'm saying. Shikamaru would have been figured it out.
Oh, like if they went head to head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not even gonna lie. I had Shikamaru too. The only reason I wanted to do this because I wanted to shit on Light Yagami. Light Yagami has been pissing me off. That man is not smart. How the fuck do you have a book
How
that's
has he been
untraceable?
pissing you off when he's dead?
He has a book that's untraceable, but everybody got him like on every top 10 genius. He's on there for what?
I mean, he's
It's
still
like-
smart, but he's
He is
not.
not.
If I would say this, I'll say this. Light Yagami would have been not even a better character because I have no issue with his character and I don't have any issue with Death Note. Let me make that clear. But I feel like maybe Death Note maybe would have had a season 2 if Light Yagami didn't have an ego. If that nigga's Light Yagami is the only person's on this list. Maybe Shikamaru, maybe other than Shikamaru and early Naruto. But Light Yagami is the only person on this list whose ego got in the way of his genius. If he didn't think of him, if he think of himself as a god and still just moved on his consistent intentions when he started off, I feel like he would have been fine. He would have been able to think clearly. He would have been able to plan more accurately. Like like I said, if you're going to be a genius, you cannot have as big as an ego that, and you can
Not a genius.
niggas can argue Mayuri has an ego, but that nigga can back it up. Like you just got the Death Note last week, and you already think you a god. You feel me? So
Light
that's
Yagami-
just
Is he really even a genius, or is he just a really good liar?
He's not even a good liar though. Because this is my thing, Kenny. I don't know a lot of smart people. I'm giving all of my friends a death note. None of them getting caught. None of them getting caught. Unless I
That's
come
what
out
I'm
and I'm like,
saying.
yeah, I give the death note that can kill him.
I'll
Yeah,
take
I'm
two,
saying that's what
please.
I'm saying. He got caught. Like the show, L caught him a long time ago. L had been saying it was him from the jump, pretty much.
Bad. It's a lot of dumb
That's what I'm
niggas over
saying.
there.
Or maybe I feel like he's not. So, he's smart, but he's also just a really good liar. Because L had caught him way before Light killed L. He damn near caught it off rip.
A dumbass nigga pretending to be a genius. Get him out of here. Screen rant, I'm coming for you. Get him off your top 10. Next category we got is very similar to genius. This is talent. And this one I think is pretty close. We got Minato from Naruto, but we also got Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist.
But I'm not gonna lie. When you sent us these notes, I couldn't. I didn't understand the comparison here of Edward Elric and.
Talent. Like, Prodigy, who's the better representation of it.
I don't know. I just
Think
don't
that
feel
would
If
have
like.
we talk about representation, I feel like that would just have to be Minato
Yeah.
because when he was introduced as a genius. He was introduced as the perfect ninja. He was introduced as the perfect student. He was introduced as the perfect everything. Like, the yellow flash. Like, and Minato is a fan favorite, even though he's only been in 4 episodes. Like Minato, like you said, we're talking about representation. There's never been a point in while I was watching Full Metal Alchemist from beginning to end where I'm like, oh yeah, this Edward's a prodigy.
Not
Like
once.
I saw him as the typical protagonist going through his struggles, trying to achieve his goal, but also trying to figure out how he can overcome these certain obstacles versus where it felt like I never had to watch Minato do that. And the one obstacle we did have to watch him come, come to terms with. He already had a plan. Like, yeah, Reaper Death Seal. This is what it's going to come to. Like, and I'm cool with it. I know where I'm going to seal the Nine Tails. Like, I'm fine. Like I'm not fine. No, I'm about to die. And this could but it felt like everything was already, to where I never, and like for me personally, I just never seen, I never saw Edward Elric as this is the prodigy.
I think so. I was just thinking right now. I think the big thing with Edward is that he could do alchemy without he was doing it without a transmutation circle. Is that what it was? That's what his hype
Yeah.
was.
Mhm.
He could just do this and touch something. Um, that's cool. It's just that I feel like, to me at least, when I was watching Full Metal Alchemist, I was like, damn, the main character is so much weaker than everybody around him. Like, just everybody else around him just seems so much stronger. Like, the homunculi were all stronger than him. Uh, Scar damn near was stronger than him. So that's why, to me, it just was him. The show was a little underwhelming. I watched it more. I'm like, when is Fear Bradley coming back? I'm like, I'm trying to see Fear Bradley. And then, I guess Maze Hughes, once we finally got to see him do his shit, cold. When I was watching Edward, it was just like, I can't even remember what his attacks looked like. I just remember the final fight was his best fight to me when he was fighting Father. And he was just throwing hands, just throwing the hand. That's the only fight I remember from him in that show for real. Whereas, like Carlil said, we got 4 episodes of Minato, and I know all. I pretty much know everything that happened.
Mhm.
So that's how I'm gonna go with Minato.
So, first of all, let me say I totally respect every point that was made about Minato. I think I have those same points. That he was just very well highlighted, and obviously he was just that nigga. He was hella cold. But I think that I'm going with Edward, and I feel like the reason for that, Kenny kind of said it. The show is a lot. The show is just not Naruto. You feel me? Full Metal Alchemist is not as captivating. It's not all of that. He doesn't highlight a lot of things. However, when you're paying attention for as far as like who Edward is, first of all, he's bringing up him and Alphonse. There are people that are sheltered away from alchemy and whatnot. still went out of their ways to commit the biggest taboo, and then that cost Alphonse's life. But Edward was able to think rationally, like, I still have to sacrifice, and I can figure out a way to bring him, not his body, but bring him and trap him into this metal thing. However, I feel like from that point on, if you're paying attention to, just like Kenny said, within their verse, they're not the strongest. There you have these other people. You have Scar, who, if you're paying attention in the world of alchemy, Scar is just like his power is just bonkers because his brother discovered this way to reverse alchemy. So that's something that's you're supposed to be, big dog popping up out of nowhere, and then you got the homunculus. They're clearly strongest because their power source is literally a philosopher's stone. You feel me? They got immortality. They got all these crazy powers. However, I feel like every single one of his fights, he just kept on, and that's just kind of what puts him. I feel like there, he's just like he kept on thinking of ways outside of the box when it came to alchemy, and that's why he was good at it. Because a lot of people didn't even recognize him as Full Metal. They thought that was Alphonse, but it's just the shit that he would do that would have you randomly go like, "Oh shit, that is Full Metal." And one of those things is when he's fighting Greed, and Greed has a full, body armor. You can't penetrate it. He has haki basically. You can't penetrate it regardless of how much damage you are. For them to, for him to let the fight play out in a way that Greed almost felt comfort, and that he's able to have moments where he just like, after one fight with Scar, he's able to think about like how do I reverse alchemy? Because like there was moments where he was like attacking Scar, and Scar is breaking down his alchemy, and just like nobody else was picking up. Like, what is this nigga's power? But then he's like, oh shit. After one conversation, I figure it out. And then he starts trying to apply. And that's the thing about him. Like everything that he was doing there, he would try to apply. So he applied that thing, was able to mask Scar, and then later on when you go to fight somebody like Greed, somebody who has a whole body armor, you can't really keep up. But as soon as you're able to put two and two together, I'm creating openings. This nigga's bleeding and he has never bled in his life. You don't understand what's causing that. I feel like it's just in his matchups and just the things that he has to deal with. Like he literally defeated a king that had a philosopher's stone. Like that nigga from the beginning was not supposed to be able to be beaten. But I feel like his mind is always putting him ahead. And even in the resolving of how, okay, my goal has always been to bring Alphonse back, to bring my body part back. How do I resolve that? The truth has a literal riddle that throughout all of his existence, nobody has been able to solve. He did. Like, oh, what's the answer? The truth is sitting at you smiling because ain't no way you about to get this nigga. And he said, no, I know. You can have my door. So I feel like it's just layers to just the mind and the talent and just the readiness, like as far as like what his journey is. That's why I put him. I just feel like, and two, if you're looking at their ceiling, in terms of ceiling, like when it comes to talent, I feel like he's at the top. However, Minato, yes, he's talented, but like within their world, I feel like now, like, them other niggas is shooting. He's just still up there, but I just feel like in terms of their show.
Yeah, no, and the only thing I would disagree with you is the ceiling because the only reason you can argue that is because Minato died early.
Oh yeah, oh 100%.
If he
Oh,
didn't die
if
early,
Minato is alive, we're
that
not having the argument, bro.
that's
What?
no, no, for sure. And I think it's like I don't disagree with anything that you said, but where I would say I feel like the scale still tip in Minato's favor is because the type of prodigy that you were talking about all had to do with him overcoming adversity using his mind. Now, I understand him being able to think about things, to save themselves in situations, ultimately figure out what he needed to do. It definitely does make him a prodigy. Um, when it comes to using his head, using his mind to figure these things out. But again, a lot of the situations you talked about was him overcoming adversity to where versus when I look at a prodigy, I'm looking at somebody who I feel like doesn't need to overcome as much adversity as somebody that needs to work harder than anybody else. When I think about a prodigy, I think about not he does work hard, but he also has that talent to back it up, which makes him almost unreachable. Example, if we take it to the Naruto verse, like everybody in their younger days, everybody saw Sasuke as the prodigy, and Naruto was good, but he definitely needed to put in work to get to the level that he is to now. But Sasuke had that. Not only did Sasuke work hard, but he also had natural talent that came with him as well. And so that's where I feel like Minato stands out because Minato worked hard, became Hokage, but he also had the natural talent to back it up. His name, his name and his nickname was hidden amongst the world. If you knew who the Yellow Flash was, you knew who Minato Namikaze was. Like you don't get that reputation just like you get that if you just work hard and you're not a prodigy, you get that reputation eventually. But he had that reputation for a long time. And remember, Minato didn't live a long life, like at all. You
But
feel
hey,
me?
technically, he lived longer than Ed. And Ed also had the title. Everybody knew who he is, but he's like, this short nigga, that's him?
Nah, I understand. I understand the Full Metal. Yep.
Full
Yeah.
Metal,
I
okay.
just,
But no, yeah, hey, y'all won because it's 2-1. Both of y'all win with Minato. So Minato is the face. You feel me? I got 3 of them left. The last 2 I'm very excited for. But the
can
next
I ask a question?
What's up?
Why was everybody so hyped about Ed being able to do alchemy without a transmutation circle when all of them was like Mason Hughes was doing shit he didn't even know circle?
Yes, he had the circle on his glove.
Oh, never mind.
But like for example, the thing is that Ed is able to transmute just alchemy in general. If you pay attention, he was doing different things. But with May Hughes, it's specifically flame, and then he has that. So like, even though he has this circle here all the time, if it rains, already he can't do shit. So that's why like this nigga can transmute regardless. He was just all he was doing.
I really can't remember how he fought, like how Ed was fighting. Did he like have a sword or something? A knife?
Nah, like he would like, for example, like just do that, put it on on the ground, and like you know how like Earthbend, not even Earthbenders, because the way this shit would be like reshaped, so I could like throw a fucking piece of rock that comes out, but the way it comes out, it doesn't come out like you know how in Avatar they might pick up a rock and throw it at you. It's just like he's just creating this funnel of the earth that's just going towards you. So even if you block it, there's still almost like a beam of earth that just keeps coming. So that's how he was doing, as long as he was maintaining a certain posture or a certain flow.
Okay.
But he's able to do it with like other things like metal, stuff like that. And later on, he's able to break it down. Like he can literally be a wall here. Okay, I use alchemy, and now the wall is gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might need to rewatch it.
It is, you know, it is fire. But third to last, wasted potential. You feel me? Like I said, I didn't want to bring Sakura into it. I fought hard. I failed. Sakura is in wasted potential. We got Sakura and we got the Warhammer Titan.
Oh, come on, bro.
it was the Warhammer Titan, dog. And you talking about somebody that got used for one episode, and even with even so, you telling me this a Warhammer Titan that I have unstoppable offense, I have unstoppable defense, and I can hide myself in the ground, and I got defeated episode 1 in 10 minutes? Yeah, no.
That shit pissed me off.
You like, and then also you got to think of the fact, even after Aaron got the Warhammer Titan, can you count how many times he used it?
1.
And there was still some time left. Like we got through some
No, he
episodes.
literally just spawned some spikes and we good.
That's
Don't
what I'm
need it.
saying. Like Warhammer has so much. I gotta stop because I'm gonna keep going. Warhammer, Warhammer Titan.
Yeah, it's easily the Warhammer Titan. Like not even close. And the fact that Aaron only used it one time is the dumbest shit. Because you got to think about it. You don't have to. I feel like the biggest disability with the Warhammer Titan was that being able to hide yourself so that you're not in the nape is an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage because you can, your nape can get smacked and you'll be good. But at the same time, your body's useless, like it's defenseless because your Titan is off somewhere else. If you don't know what's going on with your body, anything can happen. Aaron had literally everything he needed. He could crystallize his nape. All he had to do was spam that.
What did he even need the rumbling for?
We didn't even need the rumbling. You didn't need that last. He after he got the Warhammer Titan, he fought Reiner again, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
He should
used
have.
it.
That should have, bruh.
He used it.
There's no way. All you have to do is grab Reiner one time and just shoot a spike out your hand. And yeah, the Warhammer Titan easily.
And then you got long range. Like, you remember when that girl was literally about to use the power? That's why I'm pissed, because like Carlos said, you spawn within 10 seconds, you're out. She was displaying, I feel like the way she was using it, she was displaying the possibilities, just not launching it. Oh, let me make a crossbow. I'm not really using it. Let me spawn some tiny mini spikes, even though later on Aaron was able to spawn one that literally was taller than Reiner. Why didn't you do that in the battle when it mattered, when you needed it? She made them shits 2 feet tall.
Look, unrelated, Reiner still got the coldest Titan design.
Because it's gold.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, literally, inspiration.
Yeah. But I still got to throw some shade towards Sakura, because she also is quite a wasted potential. And it's not even off of no hate.
Not doing this. Not doing this.
Can we put Reiner?
It is not off of hate.
Wait.
I just got to say it, because two things, which I feel like this we can attribute to Kishimoto has been pretty open about not really having a storyline when he was coming up with Naruto. So some stuff disappeared and some stuff happened randomly. But she was supposed to be to have a strong affinity with Genjutsu. And even I remember when she was younger, she was able to have this Susanoo form in her head to where, that's how she dealt with Ino. So I feel like they just kind of let that go. You feel me? And later on down the series, she's just shown to be like too weak to Genjutsu. That's 1. 2, obviously, Thousand Heroes Jutsu, useless personality. Show us up with it. Like, you're supposed to be a brawler out here. Turn that shit on. You're not going down. Fight to the death. Nigga, throw some hands. Nah, I'm a medical jutsu. Fuck out of here.
I had a question. Why didn't we have Reiner in the plot armor Olympics or the plot armor bracket?
Reiner.
That man was supposed to have been lost. You know how many times this man escaped? You know how many times Reiner got his ass beat and somehow miraculously got away? Hella times.
What are you thinking about?
The man's plot armor's crazy.
Because I'm trying to think, like, I feel like most of his fights. What fight am I thinking of? The fight I really remember him being bloodied like that was the one versus Aaron, and he managed to disappear.
Anytime he fought Aaron, he was supposed to lose. Every single time. Especially after he got the Warhammer Titan.
But like we said, Aaron just underutilized that thing. And then after that, he was also jumping you feel me?
He was supposed to. The nigga Aaron, when he was in Marley, when he bit they were both sitting in that damn house, and he bit his fucking thumb, and Reiner sitting right there, untitan formed. How the fuck did he not die?
I mean, technically, he's a Titan, so at that point, he was not. This is the thing. He shouldn't have died. He should have transformed. I'll say that. Because if you get hurt, that shit happens at the same time. He should have transformed. But however, Falco was there. Falco was alive too. Maybe they ran. I don't know.
Plot armor.
It doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense. I can admit that he's right there. The explosion killed the niggas upstairs. Should have killed the niggas down here.
The nigga that's 5 feet from me should have died.
Makes sense. I can't argue it. Last two, these are gonna get tougher as we go. The first one I got is a manipulator. We have the biggest one of them, Aizen, but I remember a video we did where somebody brought up a guy that I feel like is very, very under-recognized when it comes to being a manipulator, and I feel like I had to throw him in here. So Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu and Aizen. They've both been plotting for centuries. I'm sorry, Carter.
Can we not do this, bro?
Give your answer, nigga.
Aizen, dog. Aizen. This man was manipulating the Soul Society in real time. He manipulated the main character and made him what he is today. Do we not remember? I need us to really think about this. Like, yes, I understand Black Zetsu been planning for over thousands of years. He tricked Toby, he tricked Madara, he was really for Kaguya, but nobody likes that.
And nobody likes that. But I feel like this is the argument I can make for Black Zetsu.
I understand.
He doesn't have the attributes that Aizen has. Aizen literally has the most broken visual jutsu in Bleach. And then he Black Zetsu is doing these things to these niggas that are supposed to be OP. He didn't just trick anybody. He tricked Madara. He tricked Obito. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay,
He didn't.
like
Oh, and he tricked Hendra. You know what I'm
I,
saying? God, you feel me?
I understand what you're saying. You feel me? I understand that. You know, but if niggas wasn't dumb, they could have just
They
took
were
care of
not
that. For,
dumb, bro.
like obviously they were.
No, they weren't. He
If
just
niggas
was good
wasn't,
at it.
if niggas wasn't, you're talking about like he had to manipulate situations. You feel me? I understand that range from years. Eisen was so manipulative. He had niggas questioning their own memories. I need niggas to understand that. Like like that's how calculated this nigga is. This this is the coldest nigga ever. After he got when he was in planning, he said, and I quote, "All beings should be ruled by me." You're right. Who am I to think I should have free will? You're absolutely right, Eisen.
Nah,
This
wait, 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 wait till
this
this
man
last part of
even
Thousand Year Blood
this
War.
man after he got sealed, bro, he looked at these niggas and said, "I wanted to be sealed anyway." Who says that? Who says that? And then even when he's back in Thousand Year Blood War in his chair,
Chilling.
still I'm going Eisen, bro. But I understand y'all might want to do Black Zetsu. I'm not mad. I'm gonna say now. I have no counter argument. That's all I gotta say.
Can't you see?
I'm not gonna lie. The most manipulative person in all of anime is Naruto Uzumaki.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Talk no
Fuck?
jutsu is the most manipulative thing in all of
Bro, get the
anime.
fuck out of here, please.
Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't know he was gonna come out some weird ass thing. Naruto.
This is a hard question, Bamba. This man who has a sword, who has unlimited genjutsu, versus somebody who tricked the whole shinobi world.
I just want to say, y'all have not even seen how broken his genjutsu is. Can you believe that? That today in Thousand Year Blood War, y'all have not seen how broken his genjutsu is.
I'm saying, is that more OD than Yamamoto's Bankai?
Yes.
Whose Bankai is
Yes.
more OD?
Without a doubt, Eisen.
I'm gonna go Aizen.
And he doesn't have a Bankai yet.
I'm gonna just go Aizen because if you drop him down in Naruto, he's a god.
Oh yeah, but that's why we got it within their shows. You feel me? Because yeah, if we're doing scaling, that shit is broken.
I mean, he's
But
a
I'm going
god
with
in his
Eisen,
own
and I'm not
show.
going with huh?
He's a god in his own show. Like, what other character can pretty much solo all the other captains by just being there? That's OD. He said, "Everybody look."
Y'all think y'all jumping me? Nah, I'm downstairs looking up at y'all niggas. I'm gonna go Eisen just because of what's to come. You know what I mean? Only because of what's to come. For our last
So scared.
part of this, what we have usually, we all have our anime MCs, and we often associate them with being heroes, but most of the time they are not. However, I feel like for these two, it's a debate who's the better hero. You got Naruto, and you got Luffy.
Okay,
Who's between the two?
Who's the better hero?
You're
Hero.
pissing me. You're
Hero.
pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You're talking about you're comparing a fucking pirate to a nigga that saved the world over and over and over again. Like who
Wait,
he
save
doesn't.
the world over and over and over again.
Yes.
Care to explain?
I think he's talking about like
when
the Otsutsuki
when did
or,
when
like,
did when did he not save the world, Kenny? We've all watched
I'm
now.
talking about over and over and over. Zabuza wasn't a world threat.
Pain was a world threat.
Was he? Or was he
Yes.
just a threat to
But he
the
saved
Leaf
Pain from the
village?
village. We
He
didn't
was
know
only
if he
the
was going
Leaf
to be a war
village.
threat.
You didn't know if he was going to be a world. You're saying you didn't know he was going to be a world threat because Naruto stopped him in the Leaf Village.
He only
If
had
he
beef
wouldn't-
with the
for
Leaf
example,
village.
if he wouldn't have stopped him in the Leaf Village, he would have been a world threat.
I
Naruto
don't know that
also
yet.
Naruto has also stopped gods. Naruto had also stopped Kaguya. Like,
But
what are
that's
we
for
talking
example.
about?
Okay, this is
No, I
why.
give you that.
That's
I
why I'm
give you
saying
that.
I agree with you
Again,
to a
the state
certain
if
extent.
it's more than once, it's over and over again. It
But
doesn't.
no,
If you
I'm not. I'm,
don't include Pain or not, the only reason you're saying that Pain isn't a world threat is because he got defeated in the Leaf Village. That's literally it. Of course, we're not going to know if he's a world threat or not
That's
because he
not
got stopped
true.
in the Leaf Village.
That's not
you
true.
do you wait? Are you arguing with me or are you kidding me? Because I'm
Hold
not
on.
arguing.
If it's not true, tell me why, Kenny.
Pain literally only had beef with the Leaf Village because they killed his
No, this
friend in
world
the
shall
great.
know pain this is the moniker, not the Leaf Village shall know pain.
He was mad at the Leaf for killing his
The Leaf Village shall
comrades.
know pain is not the moniker. It's the world shall know pain. It's the world, Kenny. The world, Kenny. The world, Kenny. He didn't say the Leaf Village shall know pain. He didn't only have beef with the Leaf Village because he just fought in the Leaf Village and got beat by Naruto in the Leaf Village.
Can
The
I can I
world
can I shed some
is the
light
world shall
as to
know
why?
pain.
Can I
If
shed
it
some light as to why I don't think Pain is a world level threat?
Thank you. If it has anything to do with because he got defeated in the Leaf Village, I'm leaving.
No, it doesn't have to do with that. I feel like I'm only saying this because of his speech, like when he was telling Naruto, and he's saying that I feel like he wasn't saying this world because in their speech they always say the Shinobi world, and he's saying that like when Naruto was mad, he quite literally told him like, what about me? What about my family? What about the pain that I've suffered? Like my reality now is the consequences that this village and the other village decided like to have a battle on their turf, like ignoring their consequences. So you feel like it was unfair. So there was a direct correlation to Konoha, and there was a direct correlation to I can't remember what the other village was, but like he made that. So that's why I'm saying like when he's saying this world shall no pain, there is no proof that because for example like it's the other things within the other villains there are people that had a goal of like either conquering the world or being pirate king themselves. However, they were defeating we're in the same area. I can just go and be like he's a world level threat because that's not what he aimed for when Pain attacked Konoha, even though he blitzed through it, like there was a reason why that attack ain't happened right then and there because he understood that his power level was nowhere. That's why I'm like saying, I like within Naruto, there's at least like I can think of 5 people that are a world level threat. However, I just don't think that Pain is one of them.
the thing is, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to look at I'm not going to look at I'm not going to look at One Piece and be like, pirates were trying to take over the world, but that doesn't mean they're a world threat. I mean, just like how Kenny his first question to me was, I don't think Zabuza was a world threat, which was a stupid question because nobody, of course, Zabuza wasn't a world threat. Nobody, when I'm talking about world threats, nobody's mentioning Zabuza. So I
Yeah.
think we can figure out who the world threats are. So I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, the female pirate that Luffy beat in the first 15 episodes is a world threat. I'm not going to say that. That's just stupid. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like to think like I understand any type of evil is going to always start where it's is always going to evolve from where it starts from, which most likely is going to be what you held to you the most, your home, anything like that. But again, Shinobi World doesn't just stop at the Leaf Village or the Sand Village or anything like that. It's There's ninjas all around the world. You feel me? Like this world shall know pain. He's not. His plan was to start with the Leaf Village because yes, that's where he had the most beef. But to believe that he was going to just be like Leaf Village gone, Naruto dead. Yeah, we're mission accomplished. That's asinine.
No, yeah, it is. But like for example, I remember when we had like a similar argument, and I was saying that like the reason why I feel like Nagato to begin with was not even going for the whole world is just like his lifespan. For him to display the power that he needed to conquer, I don't think that he can do the same power level that he literally did for Konoha. Because like literally defeat when he brings him back to life, his life is gone. But like for example, when I'm saying power level, when I'm saying like world threat, it's not necessarily just like where it started. but more so their power level too. Like regardless of what you're telling me, are you do I feel like you're able to back it up? Not really. Like when you're telling me Kaguya, Momoshiki, or even Madara, because the Eternal Tsukuyomi, I can genuinely acknowledge like the whole world was under the Eternal Tsukuyomi. However, like now it's still to this day it's still conversation whether the whole Naruto world is literally like a shinobi world. Like
But
NC Hammer recently did it to where like he showed, oh, like these are the basically like the military forces of certain some of these areas. So that's why like the Hokage doesn't have that much influence and stuff like that. But he literally showed like, oh, there's this piece here, there's this piece here. But like as far as like the rest of the map, we still to this day like don't have it in the what you call it, like in the guidebook or whatnot from Naruto.
and I understand you just brought up the Eternal Tsukiyomi, but you got to understand when Madara first got introduced, we know he had plans, but we didn't know that was the specific plan.
Mm-hmm.
First off, we did not know that he was until later on in the war. And again, you got to, there's different situations. Like this is a battle, this is a whole war. Of course, it's going to be a drawn out. Of course, there's going to be things later down the line because the story allows it to. The story for Pain was for him to be defeated within the Leaf Village. So
Wait, I'm confused. Because what do you mean by what why are we saying Madara? I'm confused.
because you brought up we you believe Madara would be able to destroy the world because of the Eternal Tsukiyomi. That's
But
why
just
I'm
because of the power that he has in
that's what I'm
general,
saying.
he's
But
the higher
again, like
caliber.
if you we were shown that because that was allowed to be drawn out and we were eventually learned allowed to learn that that was what his plan was for the world. You feel me? Like his plan
But
was we know his plan was to change the world in some aspect, but we didn't know it was going to be through the internal Tsukiyomi until he said so. Pain was going to show the world pain, and we knew that it did. The story didn't allow it to get past the battle in the Leaf Village because it wasn't a war. It's a battle.
but the reason I'm saying it's different is because Madara, from when he was presented, even though he has not done one of those things, you know that he's up here in terms of power level. However, Pain, even within the Akatsuki still conversation, is he the strongest or is he like, third strongest or whatnot? There are people like with existing like people that even the conversation with my guy, most people say, oh, my guy is in the Leaf, Pain is defeated. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why people are even able to have that as an argument is because like the power level. There is a scaling that Pain. I feel like Pain to Madara, that's huge. And I feel like Madara was one of the first people that represented that planetary, like that world threat. Like Madara is the first that I'm trying to think. Either Madara or Jubito, I would say. Those were some of the first that you're like, oh, these niggas can confirm without a doubt take over the planet.
Nah, for I understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna just have to disagree. When I thought the world destroyed, my first thought in the whole series was Pain. When I'm watching the series for the first time, going through it, I'm thinking the only person at the point he's introduced, the only person stronger than Pain in the Akatsuki is Itachi Uchiha. That's what's going through my head until the story starts developing. I'm just letting that's just me. I'm looking at it from not from what I know, but from what I was experiencing as I was going through both of them.
Shout
But
out to Kiwi Z Preem in the chat who says Gathering the Tail Beast Pain had potential, but no, he wasn't a threat to the entire world.
again, we're going through what we know now. Um, but even though what I know now, I still believe if you would have let him get past Naruto, he's going to be able to destroy the world.
But
Uh,
so do you also feel like Naruto is a bigger? That's why you feel like it's a bigger aspect because of the villains that he has.
yeah, no. As far as hero, Naruto is known as a hero. He was known as a hero as soon as he defeated what his peers thought could have been a world level threat. Let me start there. He was first regarded as a hero amongst everyone as soon as Pain was defeated. And
Mhm.
then we go through Madara, and then we go through Kaguya, and then the little in betweens there. You feel me? Like he is a hero. He's known as a hero versus Luffy. Like yes, he has liberated some islands, but again, to right now until Emu, I haven't seen anybody that he's fought with the exception of Kaido and Big Mom, if they not even Kaido, because I didn't believe Kaido had that power. I knew he was the they said he was the strongest on the earth, but again, I feel like for him to destroy the world or be a world level threat, it would have taken that partnership with Big Mom that he had. And even Luffy doesn't look at himself as a hero. That man's a pirate. Like he's a pirate. Like I understand he saved people and things of that nature, but he's there's this theme in One Piece amongst it's like you're always going to have your antagonist and your protagonist. You're going to see people that you look highly upon, and you're going to see people that you don't look as highly upon based on their ideals and based on who you're watching. But to me, there's no pirate in One Piece that regards themselves as a hero. No matter, of course, you're going to help the people that you care about. Of course, you even see it with the evil pirates. Like Blackbeard grabbed Boa Hancock by her throat and said, "Turn my crew back." You feel me? Like he even cares about his crew, whether it be for selfish reason or not. You're all
Yeah,
and one thing One Piece has shown me, whether I'm seen as good, whether I'm seen as evil, I'm still gonna ride with those people next to me. You feel me? Like and I've seen small portions of selfishness within the characters of One Piece when it comes to regarding their crews. But again, just because you save people and you're on the quote unquote good side, I don't think that makes you a hero.
that's fair. I personally have my pick, but I want to hear Kenny's thoughts first.
This is a tough one. This is a real tough one, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say it's a tough one because Luffy's heroism would be equivalent to if, let's say, Luffy only like rescued the East Blue, like he only was protecting the East Blue.
Oh, you talking
Whereas,
about Naruto's heroism?
yes, Naruto's heroism is if Luffy just stayed in the East Blue and protected the East
Mm-hmm.
Blue for real. Whereas Luffy is literally traveling the world. Granted, it might not be his intention, but on his goal is to be a pirate king. But on that journey to be a pirate king, he's meeting people who are legitimately begging for his help, and he's never like, no, that's not going to become pirate king. He's like, I don't like dictators, and you fed me, and y'all good people. I'm about to go beat that nigga ass. And to me, that's what makes a hero. Well, it's like it's like this. It's like Superman saves the world, Batman protects Gotham. Yes, while he's protecting Gotham, there might be a world planetary level threat, but it's ultimately for the sake of Gotham. Whereas Naruto, he might be presented with a world level threat, but it's ultimately to save the Hidden Leaf. Whereas Luffy is literally traveling to places that have nothing to do with the East Blue or his road to become the Pirate King, and reshaping the government that's there. He's taking down dictators, and he's helping, and he's really helping people. So I would say he's unintentionally the better hero.
Mm-hmm. Carly, you struggling with that? You want to say something?
I don't agree with anything that he said in that last sentence, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cause saying like he's literally needing to go to these places. How do you think he's been able to get information on where he's supposed to go next and things of that nature? So like he's needing to go to these places. Unfortunately, he sees things happening that he doesn't agree with. You
He
feel
didn't
me? But like
necessarily need to go to those places.
I'm saying that, and the only thing, like yes, what he's doing is for the betterment of the island that he's at the time. You feel me? But that what I'm trying to say is, of course, it's in Luffy's written character that if he sees something that he doesn't agree with, he's going to step in and he's going to do something about it. But ultimately, everything that's done is to benefit him and his crew on a journey. Like Kenny said, things that Naruto's done is benefiting a whole village. And then there's times where it's benefiting the whole world. Like we haven't even got to that point. Like we're going to get to that point eventually in One Piece where Luffy either saves or destroys the world, but We don't even know if he's going to do either one yet. I mean, so I think he has heroic. I feel like Luffy has heroic situations and times where he looks like a hero, but Naruto is known as the hero. He is known as a hero.
So I ain't gonna lie, I like this one because this is my thing. I think that we can both acknowledge that both of them are heroes. I think that they're very close heroes, even I would say. I think that the difference for the two are aspirations. You feel me? What Carla is saying about Luffy being a pirate, that's true. When ever since he's young, he's talking about wanting to be the pirate king or whatnot. Naruto as a kid, ever since he was a kid, he wanted to earn people respect. I want to be the Hokage, but specifically, he wanted the people's respect. So you feel me? Like he wanted to earn that. Now, however, I feel like where they differ is their actions today. Like Luffy, even though he's a pirate and we've seen like the whole array of pirate, like if everybody shines one color, this nigga has a whole rainbow around him. Because literally, like everybody just see him is like, like what's up with him? Like, why is he drawing us like this? Like, what is it about him? Like, there's something genuine. There's something real. To even like where people that are ruthless as Shanks can literally be around Luffy and just become the bubbliest guy. I feel like one, the reason why the aspiration matter is because if I'm trying to get somebody's recognition, for example, let's look at something like Stain. You feel me? Somebody who was an anti-hero that his whole personality was that like how people were doing things just to get something out of it. I feel like for Luffy, for Naruto, it was let me try to get friendship. Let me try to get acknowledgement from like doing these things, like because I still wanted the people to accept me. And then at some point, like he had to move past that because finally doing these things that were getting people to accept you is not necessarily getting you like genuine feelings because these people genuinely some like after pain we saw it not after pain during the war we saw when he shared his chakra because it's like y'all really treated me like shit but regardless of that I went out and like I proved I did what I'm supposed to as a ninja and that's why like I could never deny Naruto's heroism like as far as like the ceiling that he was from where he started to the ceiling of his show he's done everything that he's could. I just feel like the stakes of One Piece are just way higher. You feel me? Because one, I'm not setting out to be a hero. I just so happen to set out. And this journey is literally seemingly taking me everywhere where I need to and where I don't need to. Because sometimes you sail in One Piece, the waves throw you to God nowhere, or you go to the belt line, nothing is working. You just go wherever you have to go. But however, wherever I go, no matter what I see, I don't know if it's people being treated unfairly, people are sick, people are enslaved, the world government is on here, like I'm getting involved. Like Luffy's concept consequences is not in it. Like I'm gonna take action because they were just wrong. Even in this fight versus Kaido, when he's expressing his dreams, he does not talk about wanting to be recognized or like him wanting to be because we still have a dream that he has not shared that people are like, oh, that's silly and everything. So there is like something that's very innocent that he has that he'll hold in deep regardless of wanting to be a pirate and whatnot. But when he's fighting Kaido, he literally tell him, "What I want is a world where everybody can just eat food." He didn't say I wanted somebody. He said everybody. Like I feel like that would just like his mentality is that of innocence. You feel me? Like there was no lavish thing or anything like that. I just want a world where like these things, small islands, I've been able to liberate and let people have their choice of their own. I feel like that's just what he's thinking about. When he's saying like I want everybody to eat, like I want everybody to be happy, like not have to worry and things. Like I just want equality. He didn't say I wanted my friends. He didn't say I wanted the people in my village. I just want people. I want everybody to be able to eat. Like that's just what he's been moving. And then now when you're paying attention to everything that's happening in the story, and that's what I mean by layers. In Naruto, there is not something as like a superior authority that is influencing the world continuously, like from whether that's in the past, in the present, or whatnot. Up until the Osusukis are present, you don't really feel that, like, because they're the power level that's able to impose that. However, in the world of One Piece, now we know that it's Imu that is doing it, but the world government literally has a hold of the whole world. So regardless of like these small regions that you go to and might find like a villain, you're seeing still the influence of the whole world. So even if you're moving to fight these small villains, you still have to move cautiously for the big dog. But when he first run into those things, he's like, no, these niggas are doing wrong. People are like, are you crazy? Are you mental? In the world of One Piece, somebody like Zebek is literally known simply for having a taboo about going against the world government. But this kid is already like launching towards that. Like he sees a Celestial doing wrong. I'm a rocket shit. Are
I
you
was just about to
crazy?
say
You
he
don't
just
do that in
punched a
this world.
celestial
That does not
dragon.
exist. That's why I feel like he's a hero. Because regardless of me being ready or being able to address the issues, I'm just moving with the conviction that the hero should. There is no there is nowhere I'm going where I'm going to be like less than just because of the people here or because of the influence or because I'm scared. I'm just gonna move straight through. That's just why I feel like
I just
he should.
I have one question before I say my last thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody that fights the world government a hero?
No.
Okay. Um, the only thing I would disagree because I feel like you made a statement in there where you said that Luffy is moving to not said this verbatim, but was just aiming the fact that Luffy's help is for like a higher purpose and Naruto's wasn't like that until later on. I just want to remind niggas that Naruto, his ideals changed villains, changed villages, and got the world to inspire the world to band together for a world for a war. And I understand niggas are going to be like, no, actually, Gara was the general. He was the leader. Gara drew to Naruto as an example of why they were fighting together. You feel me? And so I think it again, the Otsutsuki's and Kaguya being introduced overlooks that aspect in Naruto's heroism at all. As a kid, he's made people that had who are quote unquote evil, who are quote unquote living in the darkness, to be able to change their ways just by simply and niggas make fun of it all the time talking to them. Like, yes, he has talk no jutsu, but at the end of the day, he also represents a character that I don't need to kill you to change your heart. I don't need to beat your face into the ground to change your heart. Like we gonna fight, but at the end of the day, I need you to listen to me. And he's done that countless times from a 12-year-old all the way to how old he is right now. Again, he's used that mindset to change the mindset of villages, the Sand Village, for a big example, the Cloud Village for a big example. Yeah, I just like I said,
But I'm confused as far as like what you were saying, like because I didn't understand what you were saying, like what I said between Naruto and where like Luffy, how what is
basically what I interpreted that you were saying about Luffy was basically saying that what he was doing is helping a higher purpose because there's high you believe that there's higher stakes and
oh
One Piece and Naruto that
then Naruto.
all these are going to connect to him taking down the world government. Like I understand that, but
I'm not. That's not what
Naruto
I meant. By the way, I just
no,
want to
no,
clarify.
okay. If that's not what you meant, but then my only counter argument, not even a counter argument. My last statement was to just say that yes, like Luffy is going against the world government, and he's been doing things to continuously take down the world government. But not only did Naruto beat gods for the not only did Naruto beat gods for the betterment of the world, but he also was able to unify a world that was constantly battling with each other. And we see it in the flashbacks all the time. The villages were always beefing, always. Naruto's influence created peace between villages. Like that's how like we started with the tuning exams there and Naruto's first tuning exam, that's the first time that the Sand Village was able to get invited. You fast forward to Boruto, all the villages are in tuning exams together. Like that's a little example from everything that he's done.
No, that's fair. But like just to kind of clarify what I said earlier and then add to that, when I'm saying like Naruto has something bigger to deal with, I'm talking about as far as like influence. No, not Naruto. Luffy, and I'm talking about the influence. I'm talking about like because Naruto, like I'll say, within every village that he's went to, there is a conflict for him to deal with. But the same thing can be said for Luffy. Like within every island that you went to, there's a conflict to deal with. But however, consistently, there's also the influence of the world government. That's what I was saying. Like there is this bigger picture that's looming over your head all the time, to where like even after you like liberate an island or like even influence the people, immediately after, this is where the marine come in. And you gotta dip, you gotta run, because like there is a constant fight. That's what I was saying. But like as far as like what you said with the talk no jutsu, like those things I agree with. Trust me. Like Naruto's influence, the reason why talk jutsu is a meme is because of that. Like he is able to move people. But in the same way that he's moving people, Luffy's doing the same way. And Luffy's doing it in his action. However, there has been times where he necessarily had to open his mouth. Like one of our most viral clip is Kenny talking about that Momonosuke moment. You know what I'm saying? Like teaching you how to stand up for yourself, because like you are supposed to be the king. I'm not just gonna come all the time and like handle your issues sometimes. Like maybe sometimes I need to instill that into somebody. Or like other times I need to have a 1v1 with these people that are doing wrong but are still in need. So where I have to come and like kind of save y'all, but like kind of teach you about the proper mannerism. Like y'all take it, like y'all treating these people as lesser than. So I feel like there's always been like these aspects of him, and it's not. And for Luffy too, this is another aspect too. It's not always that I can save you. I feel like Luffy's not gonna sit down and like stress down that, oh no, I have to resonate with these people. Some people are just evil, and I'm gonna just leave it at that, and I'm gonna slide for my homies for that. So that's why I'm saying like within his intentions, aspect, whatnot, like he's been able to move random people. And I feel like in the world of One Piece, because of the aspect of people joining your crew, joining your fleet, it's more accentuated to where now Luffy has literal evil people helping you now for your path, because I have inspired you. Like, forget about you, just me steering you off the evil that you were doing. But no, like today I'm able to get you on my side to help me move people the way I'm moving now. That's the only reason I'm going with him, because of that. And like obviously with the aspect of destiny, we saw what he's destined to do. Like you feel me? With the presence of Emu and the world government, at the end of the day, when you're looking at a story, it's obvious that it's one person that's gonna have to deal with that.
Nah, I feel you. I understand y'all's points. I understand y'all's points. I just cannot give it to that pirate.
I can't give it to the pirate.
You gonna give it to the
But
ninja?
Yeah.
right?
You know, ninjas
Nah.
are originally samurai without honor, right?
Ninjas are originally thieves.
That too.
So they were adopted into the samurai, and then the whole no honor thing. But they were originally thieves. But these ninjas protect to fight their fight to protect their loved ones. This is Naruto is the original anime where what's that thing y'all like to say about fairy tale? You know, the power of friendship, and Naruto got hell of that. Hell of power of friendship. Could you get your
And
tail
two,
out my
think about these
face?
aspects. I feel like when you're looking at them at face value, Carla is more right. Within the One Piece verse, it's like you see pirates, you run. And then at the first of Naruto, like One Piece, what's used to happen? Scared, pirates are here. But nah, these are pirates you need to be here. And then niggas will get happy. Like, nah, there are good pirates in this shit.
Talking
And
about
that's
these the
Luffy
pirates
at
that need to be here. This nigga Zoro could have just escaped when he was first introduced in Wano. When we first found this nigga slaughtered dozens
Oh, you
just
don't,
off
but they're
just
evil. Why would that
just
never
off a
be?
whim. I understand, but just slaughtered dozens. They was just trying to do their job.
No, there was
No,
a
they was
slasher. What are you
not.
talking about?
Well, what do you mean? No, they were not.
There was
Like
somebody that was killing people.
they were trying to do their job. It was one.
No, they
It
were
was
killing
one nigga
people.
that was killing people, not the
And
whole
the other
15 of
niggas was
them.
under him.
Not the whole 15 of them. Stop it. Stop
No,
it.
he was trying to kill that
Stop
nigga. The
it.
other nigga stepped
Stop
in,
it.
so obviously he
That's
got that
like
too.
look, and nigga was just, those niggas was there for a check. That's all I gotta say.
We're gonna act like Sasuke is not pulling up somewhere like everybody now on the floor dead. What?
Nah, bro, I'm not having it.
Come on, bro, get out of here.
Look, y'all got
Get
Luffy.
out of here.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know. Get off the camera. I just want to let everybody know that favorite anime, favorite character bias definitely played into this.
That's not my favorite
Yeah,
anime.
this is the only out of all these matchups, this is the only time where favorite anime bias played into this matchup. I just want to
That's
y'all
crazy.
did good all the way up until Luffy, and I knew that
The
was
thing
gonna
is,
happen.
I knew that this was gonna be the energy, so that's why I was like, I gotta add Naruto and Luffy in it again. Let the mayhem start.
We didn't
But
even use any
because
bias. It's literally just facts. I only use factual statements.
look, you know who's not biased, Carlo? The viewers. So you watching this? Let us know. Who do you think is the real hero, Naruto or One Piece? As you can see, every time we have this conversation, this is how it goes. So we can't provide y'all the answer. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. This was a little bit of a long one. Wanted to make it short, but obviously it's a lot of fun. I can't help it. Y'all be sure to share this with your friends, with your families, and as always, you know who to send this to. You know, if you don't send it to her, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna play it for her. That's all I gotta say. So send this to your grandmama. We'll see y'all next week.
Recording stopped.
Kenny, you ready?
I was born ready.
All right, recording
Hold on,
media.
1 second. I gotta grab my charger.
Okay. Those people that are still in alive, we do apologize for that long conversation. Sometimes we get a lot of energy when we, talk about anime. Anime is historically our longest segments
All the time.
ever. Every single
I
time,
don't care.
anime is our longest segment. I don't think our shortest is. It goes from segment length. It goes anime one, sports two, and media entertainment's always the shortest, especially when Kenny hosting. So I know he got some fast play on my knee.
It'll be
Bruh.
like, I'm not gonna
I be
be
trying
long.
to get in and
Be
out.
like,
You see, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I ain't been the one arguing in a few weeks lately.
No, that was just today. That was just today. Don't do that. It's always you. All right, Kenny, if you ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Recording ME in 3, 2.
Recording in progress.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Bomba. And this is the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, and media and entertainment. This is the last segment of the night, the media and entertainment segment.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry. Bomba, I forgot to tell you earlier. It's the fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. Score is 112, 114. OKC just scored.
112, 114 for who?
OKC is up 114, 112.
Oh shit.
It's a close one. Sorry, Kenny. I'm so sorry.
Sports segment.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm finished.
All right. Well, this is the media entertainment segment. Despite what Carlil just said, this is not. We did sports. If you want to go check it out, it'll be uploaded soon. But I wanted to start off with this segment. Do y'all think y'all are smarter than like when y'all was a kid? Do y'all think you're smarter than kids are today?
Oh god, he about to do how you smarter than a fifth grader. We're good,
I'm not.
Carlin. We're
I'm
good.
not. I thought about it. I did. I definitely thought about it. But
Do
this is just my opening question.
I think I'm smarter than I was as a kid? No.
Than the kids are today.
Than the kids are today? No. Do I think I'm smarter now than the kids are today?
No, when you were a kid, do you think you were a smarter kid than the kids are now?
Oh hell no! I had a GPA, but I had a high GPA, but I was cheating. So no.
When I say kid, I mean like real, like kid. I'm talking like ABC 1, 2, 3, add addition.
You got to give me an age range. I can't do this.
Let's say when you were 4 years old.
Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
What you think, Bomba?
I was.
I
had a
would have to
reputation.
agree with y'all because the kids these days, I don't know if you guys know this or knew about this, but the kids these days are so dumb, they had to change the ABC song. Have y'all heard about this? There's a new ABCs.
No.
There's a new song.
Which alphabet? English?
English alphabet, they changed the song.
Crazy.
Other alpha. You know what? I'm not.
What other alphabet? Like, do you think ABC is the only one?
No, I'm just saying. Like, what other alphabet could Kenny be talking about?
Can
I
y'all
don't
see
know.
my screen?
Nigga niece.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can I want to wait? I gotta make sure that
That the chat can see your
yeah,
screen.
cause I feel like they can't.
Ooh, that chat looking fire.
Hold on.
Let me while Kenny's doing that, let me give you some quick shout outs.
Talking
Yeah,
Shout
about
they
out
can't.
Roll Benta.
I'll move it here.
talking about there is no God in Naruto. Are you dumb?
Chill. There we go. I'm sharing the screen. Can y'all see
Momo
my
and
screen? Can
Vivi
y'all
are
still see my
perfect
screen?
examples. Even a villain can inspire somebody. Like, shut up. There's a difference between a leader and a hero.
Can y'all
Who
still
is
see my
that? Is
screen?
that Kev?
Yeah, we can
All
see
Yeah,
right.
we
Can,
see your screen.
all right. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear? A B. Can y'all hear?
No.
How about now? A B C.
Did you share your audio? You probably need to share your audio.
Oh, wrong button.
W Tech guy here, guys.
Hold on. Here we go. Advanced sharing options. Carla, how do we share audio? I forgot.
There should be a. Wow. You might be able to. Nope, not there either. When you go to
Oh wait, I
share.
found it. I got it.
Kevin Hart on tour? I'm trying to go to that. Ain't gonna lie.
You coming to Atlanta?
Let me look.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear now?
Did that Dominique talk to
No.
on my TV, bro?
I still can't hear it.
You still can't hear it,
No.
bro?
Carla, can you hear it?
Kevin Hart.
How about you?
That
Can you hear it?
MIA tour.
I can hear it. Can y'all hear it?
No, I was asking the viewer. I'm not talking to you. Damn. When I was growing up,
Wait,
I used to watch Dora. To think that I would be Dora today.
Huntsville, San
I need you to
Antonio,
lock in.
Cali, Idaho, Columbus. Fuck.
Oh, Carla looking at the tour.
Kentucky, Nevada,
Carlil.
Michigan, Tennessee, Gary.
Oh my god.
This nigga's going to Gary, Indiana. He finna
Kenny, you gotta
die.
change something else. It's not
Illinois,
working yet.
Nebraska.
I'm trying to go on with my segment.
York.
Carlil's not paying attention.
But we
No, that
can't hear
nigga's
you
not
though.
going to be in
You can't hear
Houston
me?
or Atlanta.
No, I'm talking about the audio.
I know, but I'm about to try it now.
Try again. Yes.
Are y'all still there?
Yes, we're here. Are you here?
Can Carlil not hear us?
Kenny, I
Did
can't
you
hear
cut
y'all.
off Carla's music?
I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Oh my god.
We are here,
What's
Carla.
happening?
We hear you.
I'm scared.
Your audio. We hear you.
What happened?
I.
Why can Carlil not hear us?
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
You can hear us now,
I'm saying,
Carlil?
Carlil. I hear you.
Shut
Can you
up,
hear me?
you bastard.
All right,
he's
I'm
back.
about to play the song.
Okay.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z A B C D E. So y'all heard that bullshit?
Time out. I'm African. Clarify something to me. I did not learn the ABCs. I learned it in a different language. However, isn't it supposed to be like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P
Yes.
O P Q R S T something like that? I can't remember.
Yeah. They took out the LMNOP part. How you feel about that, Carlo? You seem upset.
I am upset. I'm upset at you for playing this, and I'm upset at whoever made this for making it. Because why? And I know it was a white person. Like I know these kids are slow, but they not that slow. Like they can sing the original. What is the? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me stop screen sharing. But yeah, I was a little bit confuddled myself, but I started with that because we're not playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, but we are going to be testing each one of your intellect today
How?
by playing How Smart is TSC, also known as Kenny asking random and capricious questions.
Disclaimer once again, I'm African.
Kenny,
and
Kenny,
I have a
Kenny.
handicap. I'm African.
What in the Stephen A. Smith did you just
I
say?
did
What the
not
fuck
start
is
speaking English
capricious?
until I was 14 years old.
I don't. First of all, I don't know who to be mad at. Kenny, what does capricious mean? Is that sound like a mixed freestyle of a
don't Google it.
cappuccino?
Capricious, given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior.
How?
Fickle, inconstant, changeable, variable, unstable. So just
So
to
you're
say,
gonna be asking me?
these
You're
are
gonna be
going to be
asking
very
me
random
unstable
questions. They're very random questions.
Okay. You be quiet. Don't meow at me. Fuck.
All right, we're going to take turns. And if you answer wrong, there will be opportunities to steal if you know the right answer. Who would like to go? Actually, I'm thinking of a number 1 through 10. The number is under my desk.
It's under you wrote it?
No, it's in my hand.
Oh.
It's two. It's two.
Carla, I swear to God.
I saw him. He said 1 through 10 and then held one hand under it. I'm like, you might as well say 1 through 5, nigga. The hell is this?
Nah,
The number was 2. He got
Guess
Carla,
a number between 1 and 5. 1 and 10. I have one hand below the table, Carla. I have one hand below the table. Guess the 1 and 10.
But I ain't even peeped that. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw him go like this. I'm like, are we dead ass?
Bro,
That's why I was like, is it written? Because it's not your hand.
Why are we playing the game? Kenny need to play the game. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Clearly, we're already failing. Is the same Convo smarter than the fifth grader? No.
Relax. Carla, do you want to go first or no?
Yes, he does.
You know what? I'm not gonna be a pussy.
Yes.
Bomba can go first.
Let me get a pen so I can keep score.
Good God.
Right,
don't worry,
Bamba.
I'll keep score for you.
Mo Bamba.
I'll keep score for you.
Nope.
Carla, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
The score is 129 to 115.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's.
Are the Lakers getting bust?
They're not getting bust. They just down 13 points with 2 minutes left.
Okay, she said we're not going we're not going down like that.
All right. So first question, Bamba.
Sit these niggas, bro.
First question, Bamba. It's actually you can't steal this question because it's only you get 50-50.
You get a 50-50.
This is a 50-50 question.
You get to choose which questions I get to steal.
This is a 50-50 question.
You are the most corrupted host I've ever met.
Bamba.
You're gonna get an invoice from me.
Shut up. Is a turtle a reptile or an amphibian?
A turtle.
Is it a reptile or amphibian?
Is it a reptile or an amphibian?
Yes, which one?
Time out. Is it a reptile or an amphibian? Isn't it both?
Baba, you can ask the question as many times as you want.
No, I'm saying, isn't it both?
No.
Ain't no way. I had a turtle, nigga. A turtle can go in the water if you want to.
Is it a reptile or an amphibian, Bamba?
He hasn't answered yet. Can I steal?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 10 more. I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
That's a lot of time. Turtle, reptile,
6,
or amphibian.
5.
I'm gonna go with an amphibian because this on bullshit, but it's supposed to be both.
A turtle's a reptile.
Turtles are reptiles.
And amphibian.
No, they're reptiles.
Okay, while Carla answer the next question, I'm gonna ask my friend Google.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. I feel like it's only right if I give you. I also give you a 50. Oh, I don't have any more 50-50 questions on here. That's tough. Carlil, what do all the angles in a triangle add up to?
What did you say? I didn't know there was. Are you are you asking me how many angles are in a triangle?
The degrees. All of the degrees.
What was the question?
What?
Repeat the question, please. I
all-
want to hear. I want to hear.
How many degrees do the angles of a triangle add up to?
You
How
talking
many
about
degrees?
all three
This is
sides?
kind of easy. It's
All
actually easy.
three angles of a triangle. What do they add up to?
Carlo, this is quite easy.
90 degrees.
And
Wow.
wrong. Bomba.
I get to skill, right?
Yes, you get a steal.
180.
That is correct, Bomba. That's what Carlos said. What did you say?
You threw me off. I thought I was gonna get a reptile or amphibian question.
I told you they're random. It's random questions.
This nigga got the bro. What?
Throw a little
Why
geometry
couldn't I
at
get an
you.
easy one.
That was shit. It was Bomba got it wrong. How was it easy?
Lord have mercy.
All right, Bomba.
Talk about that wasn't easy. That's because he said both. Like
Shut up. It's not your turn anymore.
this nigga said both.
Yeah,
Bomba,
technically
what
that one
is-
he could
Oh,
have
wait, I'm
won
not gonna
again.
ask you that. You know the answer to that one. Bomba. How many sides must a shape have to be considered a polygon?
Bruh, this is not geometry. Stop asking us these questions.
How many sides must the shape have to be considered
Considered a polygon.
poly?
You got 10 seconds on the clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm gonna say 3, man.
Oh, Bomba, you're correct.
Yeah, because I think like a triangle is more than right.
Nah, that nigga's a bitch. That nigga's a-
Bomba is correct. Must have at least 3 sides to be a polygon.
What is
All
Carlo
right.
laughing at? What am I missing?
Carlil.
No, Bamba.
Carlil, I'll give you. You wanted an animal question? I got one for you.
We not gonna let Bamba get away with that, but it's fine. Bamba just
What
pulled
did
a-
I do?
You just pulled a Kenny.
Oh, I promise you, on God, I don't have. Listen, I can flip my camera, but my background is on. I promise you, I did not.
All right, I believe you for now.
Carlil, you
I
want
was
an
trying to
animal
think
question?
of a hexagon. I know a hexagon is a gon. So what's the polygon? The polygon is multiple.
Carlil, you asked.
I'm sorry. I have to think. I have to listen. I'm an international student. I do have to every now and then dissect the language. I don't English. All right.
Carlil, you wanted an animal question? Here you go.
Yes, sir.
What is the world's largest mammal?
A whale.
Ooh.
Which one?
You said which
Which
one?
one?
Which one?
I have to say with the blue
Yes, you
whale.
do. Oh, Carlil, what they point?
Like,
Because we literally remember, Carly. We did an episode about this.
I was like, Bomba knows this answer, so I'm not asking him.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I pulled that out my ass.
A blue whale's tongue is bigger than an elephant. If you didn't know.
Lord,
Yeah, blue whales are massive.
Literally, what I remember the fact from.
Blue whales are massive. All right, Bomba. Oh, this gonna be hard. This question is actually quite unfair, but you're gonna get it anyway.
Hopefully.
Pause. What English?
Oh God.
What English writer was known for writing in an iambic pentameter?
Wait. Time out. Say that one more time.
What English writer was known for writing in an iambic pentameter?
Yeah, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Like I said, I ain't never learned about no English writer. No, change it. Change the question.
I can't.
You said what? What are you saying? Like what is that word?
Carlin, why don't you ever understand my questions?
Stop saying these big ass
What
shit.
English writer was known for writing in an iambic pentameter?
I you said iambic and ampic.
You got
And
10,
it's not because I feel like it
9,
should be Shakespeare, but I
8,
don't know about no English writer.
7.
I'm just gonna
You gotta take a guess. 6, 5.
Shakespeare. Fuck it.
Bomba with the right answer.
Let's go. Even when he don't know, he is right.
Iambic pentameter, Mr. Shakespeare.
What is that?
Google it.
Like the way he rhymes.
Yeah. In this pattern. All right, Carlil.
Oh, that was a Little Wayne bar.
A little mathematics for you.
Nope.
What
Nope.
is the square
Nope.
root
Nope. Nope.
of 81?
Oh,
Pass.
Carly, come on, you got it.
Pass.
The square root of
Carly, you got it.
81.
Think you actually got this. Think
Pass.
you got that, bro. I promise you got this. You're gonna be so mad if he says it.
9.
Carlil with the right answer.
You see, you was gonna be mad. I promise you, you're gonna be mad.
That was a
All
breeze.
right, let's go to science. Bomba. What is the sixth planet from the sun?
The sixth planet from the sun. 6. We are Mars, Earth. Fuck.
Ten, 9, 8, 7.
Saturn.
Huh?
Saturn.
Correct.
What the
Ain't no way.
what the
Hey,
fuck?
Carlos, by the way, you notice how Kenny had to stop and count? This nigga there.
Bomba is killing Carlil. Well, they
I
whopping
promise you,
4
a lot
to
of this
2.
is luck.
He's up by 2.
Yeah, he's about to.
Where'd the second one come from?
Oh, what score?
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I got something wrong.
Yeah, it's 4 to
I
2,
did.
and Bomba stole. You got the triangle question wrong, and Bomba stole it.
Oh,
Ah, okay, that's understandable. Great job, Bomba.
All right, Carlil.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the score.
I'm smarter than a fifth grader.
Isaiah Hartenstein blocked the fuck out of LeBron James, and they keep showing it on the highlight.
I'm weak, bro. You know that they're gonna be talking about that win tomorrow.
Facts.
Because all the narrative that was born between the Lakers beating them, now they're like, yeah. No,
Oh, this is gonna be easy. Carlil, how many continents are there?
7.
Correct.
see it there.
Bomba.
Yes.
On the same, Carlil's gonna know this easy. On the same topic, what was the landmass called when all the continents were together?
Fuck. Fuck.
Carlil, you know what? I'm thinking this bitch don't know about.
Give me.
You said what?
Well,
Give
what
me
is
the
it called,
steal.
Bomba? You got 10 seconds. 10,
But what did you say? You said
9.
something to Carlo.
8, 7.
I'll let you just ask what you said.
6, 5.
Pangea.
Huh?
Pangea.
Oh, you got it.
But I wanted to hear what you said to Carlo.
I said I know
And also,
Carlil
just so
knows it
y'all
because it's in
know,
the song.
I'm gonna tell you this. I only know this because I follow a YouTuber that has like Vivarium, and he named that shit Pangea, and he told the story of that.
There's a song called by Lil Dicky called Pillow Talking. He said, "This bitch don't know about Pangea."
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that.
I'm just pillow talking with a bitch. I'm gonna watch that tonight, bro. That was so funny.
Okay, Carlil.
Yes, sir. Big Lil, Big Lipe, the only one.
How well do you know animals?
I feel like I know animals. I feel like I
Damn,
know
bro.
animals. Proud
Okay.
cat owner, former dog owner. Feel like
Okay. Well then, y'all heard it here. So I'm not cheating, ladies and gentlemen. I gave him a cop out and he didn't take it. So
wait,
in the
what?
movie The Lion King,
Wait. I don't
in the
like
movie The Lion King,
you, bitch, and you know I didn't watch The Lion King till my. Go ahead, bro.
Rafiki.
Rafiki.
Yes. What kind of primate is he?
He's a baboon.
Incorrect. Bomba, can you steal?
You said what kind of primate?
Yes. What kind of primate is he?
And he's not a baboon.
He's not a baboon.
He's not a baboon, bro. What?
He's not a baboon.
I swear to God, Carlo, I couldn't have guessed. Like if he had asked me first, I would have said baboon.
Look at Carlos' face. He is pissed. He's
Yeah,
not a
because like
baboon.
because I'm thinking like the features of Freaky. He's not supposed
He's
to
not
be
a baboon, bruv. He's not.
Bro, Kenny, I feel like I should get that point. And I will wait until Mama answers.
Oh, so that lets me know. Oh, I'm just gonna go with this then. Is he a monkey?
Wrong answer. Nobody
Oh,
gets the point.
that is the chimpanzee then. Fuck
He's
it.
a mandrill.
This nigga's a mandrill.
He's a mandrill.
But they
Nah, I
animated
wouldn't
with
have- I
him
wouldn't
with
have guessed that.
baboon features. So what am I?
He's a mandrill.
You,
I would not have guessed that. Just so you know.
man, I hope you experience one day what a mandrill is.
Wait,
nigga.
wait a second.
Whoa,
Wait a minute.
whoa. What is going on? He said, I hope you feel it. What?
What?
It's crazy.
I hope you experience that one day because you just that's some bullshit.
I didn't make the fucking answer?
Fucking,
Jeez. Take that
You
up
don't
a
know what-
Walt. Take that up a Walt, not me.
I don't know what a mandrill is today.
Okay. All right.
Bullshit.
Bomba.
Yes.
What is the proper name for a group of fish?
Fuck.
See, Carlo, you got upset and he doesn't know off the top of his head.
I don't.
He's been doing this for every question. You give him like 15
I
seconds.
promise you, I
10,
do not.
9,
I'm just.
8,
It's just that these things I'm
7,
trying to remember from like
6,
things I know. So.
5, 4,
Oh shit! Hold on.
3, 2, 1, 0. Carlil, what is a group of fish called?
A school.
That is correct.
I was trying to remember. I was like, I remember from Nemo. I just can't remember what the word
That's,
was.
that's what I knew this nigga was trying to pull
I
from.
was like, what did Nemo say, bro?
Carlil, you can tie it with this next question.
I'm
How many
confident.
more questions we got?
Keep
As long
it-
as
Right now, I'm just coming up with something off the top of my head. I didn't write these down. These are coming off the top of the dome.
Wow.
Carlil.
the fun fact, everybody, Kenny is the fun fact king, dog.
Yeah.
This nigga knows fun facts for days. I've never met another nigga that just has an arsenal of just fun facts.
These are
He's
just
like,
coming
by the
off
way,
dome.
guys, did you know?
Carlil, what is a group of ravens called? Or a group of crows?
A murder.
Correct.
Let's fuck-
Looking scary out here. Scary hours.
It is
I'm
now
competing.
tied 5-5.
Game is tied.
This is a rare Carlil competing moment.
Carlil
With
has
a
made
K.
a miraculous comeback.
And a common, he's African moment. Fuck y'all niggas.
Wait. That ain't got nothing to do with naming
Yes,
animals.
that has to do. I went 14 years of my life. I'm at a disadvantage. I ain't speak English until I was 15, nigga. And barely. What is this?
You want to
What is
blame it
this?
on being African? I asked you about what the fuck the animal was in Lion King. It said Africa.
Yes, but it wasn't a different name.
Kenny, that's racist.
Whatchamacallit? Do you know how we say whale in English, in French, nigga?
He can't use being African. African is a continent.
Yes, and it's a continent that has
He's
many languages,
Senegalese.
which English is not.
He's
nigga.
Senegalese.
Which is worse. They speak French and Wolof. Ain't no English in that motherfucker.
Is Wolof? What is? You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, shut up, nigga.
My fault.
Here's Wolof. What?
Let me just relax. I'm sorry.
Translate
Okay.
my question from now. I'm not answering no English questions.
What do you mean?
Go on Google Translate. Translate
You
in French.
literally got the most English question.
I don't
You
care.
guessed
Go translate in
Shakespeare.
French.
You got literally the most English question.
Go.
You got it right.
Translate it in French.
That's killing me.
Okay, you want a French question? Bet. Who was the leader of the French army in World War One?
World War One. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know it. Ask me a Senegalese question. I'm not French,
I'm
nigga.
not going to
What's wrong with you?
ask. No more French anymore.
Let's just say Napoleon. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Carla, you still.
I think that's right.
Oh well.
But it wasn't
Fight,
World
we
War
got
One.
bomb.
Hold on. That was back when it was Prussia and. Let's forget that question. Bomba.
Well, with the possibility of me being right, you're gonna have to Google it because I'm not answering
I'll
that
Google
question.
it. I'll Google it. Who was the French leader in World War?
I think he was during the French Revolution, not in the.
No, it
not
was
the,
Georges Clemenceau.
yeah, Napoleon was during the French Revolution.
Yeah. That's why that was Prussia. That was Kaiser. Well, I don't know. Anyway, Bomba, you want something French or Senegalese? I don't know anything Senegalese.
Just ask the English question. Let's get it over with.
Name a colony of the United States.
A colony.
Yes.
A colony.
Colony.
Liberia.
A United States colony?
Did you ask a question? You not knew that? You didn't know that?
Bomber, you're wrong. No, Liberia was never a U.S. colony.
Or was it?
It was founded by the American Colonization Society with the goal of resettling free slaves, but it's never been a colony of the United States.
Nah,
Okay.
not this nigga was close.
I'm saying because that's the literal history of Liberia. Everybody know in Africa.
So, Carlil, name a U.S. colony. And when I'm asking this, I don't mean one of the original 13. I'm just asking a current U.S. colony.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, today.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
that is correct. Carlil has taken the lead.
That's crazy.
I will ask one more question to Bomba. Well, actually,
Yes.
I gotta ask two more because we started.
No,
with
it's
Bomba.
Carlil.
We started. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Carlil. I'll
Carlil,
ask
yeah.
you one last question. If you get it right, you win by 2. If you lose and Bomba steals, it is now time. You have to go on a sudden death.
Okay.
Can you clutch up?
We'll see.
All right.
He said, "Ask him in Spanish."
Don't.
You heard him.
Don't.
He said, "See."
No. Listen, stop. Don't do that.
Carlil,
Nope. ¿Qué?
hay una pregunta para ti.
¿Qué?
He said, "Can he said ready? He ready? Go ahead."
Nope.
Crazy.
Nope. That's a K with a question mark upside down.
He said, "K."
Okay. I can go back to math. I could go back to geometry.
Go back to math.
I could go to history. Would you like history, Carlil?
Sure, we could. Yeah, we could.
He said yes.
I don't want. I want to do whatever the judge wants to do. So if you think history is the next move, then go ahead with some history. I'm working on my respect.
Okay, this could help Bomba if he is stealable. Let me just confirm with Google.
Is this question Senegalese friendly? Watch Google be like, yes.
1-800-588-2300
I was
Empire.
right. I still remember this from high school. Okay.
Okay. See, fun fact king right there.
What was the name of the a political figure that was assassinated, which sparked World War One?
Carlo, Carlo, congratulations. Okay.
This political figure,
Was
his
assassinated and
his
sparked.
his assassination was the leading factor to World War One.
Yes. The assassination of who? I will give you a hint. He was an archduke.
Archduke Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand is the right answer.
Yeah.
Carlil is the winner.
So wait, this was supposed to determine if the TSC crew is smart than these kids today. How exactly is this?
I was about to say I wasn't being asked these questions at 4, Kenny.
Hey, these kids today don't know about
The
that
ask the
shit.
question for when you were 4 is because of the ABCs.
Oh,
Because
okay,
they had to
okay,
change the
okay.
ABCs because Elemental P was too hard apparently.
I'm weak.
Franz Ferdinand's death sparked the World War One.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Fuck.
Yeah. But
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As y'all can see, Carlin and I, we beat Kenny to this anime trivia. Too easy.
I
You
just
see me, I never lose, never lost.
I just want to thank my mom first and foremost because without you birthing me, I would have never got this opportunity. I don't win
Without all
these
her threats,
facts.
ass whoopings, we would both not be here with these answers.
I don't win often on this show, so I gotta cherish the wins that I do get.
well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This has been the Same Convo's media entertainment segment. I hope it was very entertaining. Let's give it up for our contestants. They're both very intelligent black men. Give it up to them.
I'm African.
But like, share, subscribe, leave answers. If you're watching this, I guess live. If you weren't watching live, you didn't leave in the comments. But if you're watching this at home, if you can in real time, go back and try to. Well, you know the answers now, so it doesn't even matter. Put all your laughing emojis. Talk some shit down there in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Send this to your history teacher, and more importantly, send this to your grandmama because she was there. She's so old. She was there when World War One started, and we out of here.
Why do I remember that trophy, bro? I remember that shit.
Carly, you want to
And tell your grandmama, it don't matter what language it is in. It don't matter I'm African. I will. Yeah.
Recording stopped.
Good stuff, guys. I'm ending. All right, ladies and gentlemen, watching home on the stream, about to get up out of here. Hope you enjoyed.